pick it up. I think I'm falling in love, but shawty, this isn't what you probably thinking it was. It's a vibe out, pulling it for the weekend and such. You gon' find out once you come on and bring me that Keep coming with it. Keep coming with it. Keep coming with it. Place your bets on us. Get your money and flip it, yeah. Keep coming with it. Keep coming with it. Keep coming with it. Place your bets on us. Get your money and flip it.
Wow, folks, it's been a minute. Woo, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to take a look at Bill Maher. Okay. Kevin Spacey was on Bill Maher. And we're going to take a deep dive into Club Random. Thank you for allowing some time during the summertime to be connected to nature, and I hope you guys are out there enjoying some sun, some trails, some whatever it is that you guys do, walking, biking, be around water and cliffs, and get connected to the soul. Okay. El Soul. So Kevin Spacey was on Club Random, and we're going to take a look. We were a few minutes into it and got lagged out last time. So let's take it on back. See what we got here. Now, again, Kevin Spacey had some strange things happen. Okay. Right? Three of Kevin Spacey's accusers died. Oh God. Okay. Okay. So there's a lot here. You can take a look at it. See what they're saying. We're just here to watch Club Random. Okay. We do deep dives in Bill Maher. Okay. Well, Bill Maher's been having people on here that we have to know about. Okay. I don't need to know about people. Okay. I just need to study them. Okay. I love studying Bill Maher. No, I am. These are just very broad stroke observations, folks. Okay. Nothing deep in my observation. So let's take a look.
And is Kevin Spacey really here?
Kevin Spacey.
He's really here.
Wow. Man of his word.
Thank you for having
Hey.
me. You kidding?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to talk to you. I mean, I was so excited all day because I don't see you. Obviously, there are reasons of an unpleasant nature that prevent you from being, but for the longest time,
Okay. So, that laughing.
You were just, I'll say this, I don't know.
They're laughing about serious accusations. Okay, these are serious accusations. And the people who were going to trial for these accusations died. Okay, they died. 3 out of the 4 accusers of Kevin Spacey died. So we are here for Bill Maher. Okay. I love the aesthetic. I mean, look at his wall. Okay. And I like the colors, and I mean, You never seen a fitter man than Bill Maher. Okay, he's in his 70s. He's 70. If I'm looking like that and I'm 70, I'm doing something right. Okay, so he's doing something right. I don't agree with everything he does, okay, or says, but his fit's in check. And you got all Blobber here. Look at the boot. Good God, Blob. Kevin taking up too much Spacey, okay? That's too much space, okay? So either you change your regiment or you're a fucking clone, okay? That is a straight up mask. And this is your double. And allegedly, okay? But what the? Let me get in my observation deck here. What ring is that, dude? Are you? That's like
For the longest time, you were just
oh. Let me try to get back to that frame.
I don't see you. Obviously, there are reasons of an unpleasant nature that
Let's take a look at the
prevent you
ring.
from being. But
Okay. So Bill Maher wears a sleep ring. Okay. Kevin Spacey has got a seal on his pinky. He is creating scrolls and sealing it with red wax. Okay, he's got his seal on his pinky ring. Now, y'all zoom into that and tell me that that's not a demon. Okay, that's a demon. And then he's got the pointer finger ring that twirls, so they can create magic or something. They do weird things with their rings, folks.
for the longest time, you were just
See the difference? See that? Look at that. Look how wide. Okay, and that's partly why he didn't stand up when Bill Maher greeted him, because you would see his shape. Okay, so he's got a belly, big old Spacey belly.
But for the longest time,
And then
you were just
look at that, nothing. So, and that's why early on, let's take a look at what is it that Kevin Spacey noticed. There was a bit of a, he noticed something.
And is Kevin Spacey?
Oh, here we go. I got my. There we go.
Is he really here?
Oh,
He's really here.
Wow, man of his word.
Thank you for
okay. So now he's sitting, not getting up to greet. Okay. Steve Carell did the same thing. It's because he was drunk. Now, it's almost like he's pulling him into him. He's doing like this Trump move, where shakes the hand and tries to bring him into him a bit. Oh my gosh. Is my stream even going? Oh, sorry. I just took a look at it. Let me double check it. Again, it's been a minute. I'm just gonna assume it's going because does it say time? Okay. Does the time? All right. Sorry for breaking the fourth wall there. So Kevin Spacey is it's almost like he's pulling Bill Maher into him. Sit on Daddy's lap.
Hey.
And then, oh no, he's recognizing the
You kidding?
box.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. I thought he was checking out his fit. Okay. He's like, oh, Bill Maher is in way better shape than Kevin Spacey. Okay. Kevin Spacey got a big old gut. Okay, you had to wear the jacket to cover it. And Bill Maher, chill. He's just tucked in his, he's got a tuck in, no jacket.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to talk to you. I mean, I was so excited all day because I don't see you. Obviously, there are reasons of an unpleasant nature that prevent you from being. But for the longest time, you were just. I'll say this. I don't know if we could talk about obviously punishment, crime, what fits, but like you were always a working actor. For you to lose working, you always seem to be the kind of guy who loves to be on a set.
Definitely.
Like De Niro's like that, right?
Yeah.
They just go from one to. That's why they do some shit. Because you'd rather work on some shit than not work, right?
You'd rather work on some shit, although, when you start off, no matter what the film or play or television thing is, you always think, oh, I'm going to try to do my best work and I'm going to believe in it and,
You've done shit, okay? Bill Maher thinks you've done shit. So just recognize. Ooh, man, look at that. It's mountainous. That thing is, ooh. Bill Maher is saying, bro, it's a hit and miss with you. You must really just love being on set. And why is that? Huh?
Well, then every now and then you make a 9 Lives. What can you do?
What was that? Was that a bad movie?
9 Lives.
Oh, yeah.
9
Watch
Lives?
it. I turn into a cat.
Okay. Double entendre. Okay, that. You think that's because it's cat? That's the lives. Okay. Allegedly, according to the movie. Okay, he's in a movie called 9 Lives. Yikes.
But where in your career was this?
It was at a point where I was willing to make a movie just for money.
No, but because you were past you were very bankable.
It was I was a bankable star, and I had no idea that a movie about
You'd done
cat.
Usual Suspects and.
Oh yeah, this is like after House of Cards.
I see.
This was a movie that I never knew that a movie about a cat could be such a dog. You know what I'm saying?
Is that how you went and promoted it? Yeah, I know. There was a time when, poor Bruce Willis, now in bad shape, and I knew him
Bruce Willis.
a long time ago pretty well for a little while when he was first out here and he hung out at the comedy clubs.
I was just watching 12 Monkeys. Okay, 12 Monkeys is on YouTube, folks. Okay, fell asleep, boring as hell. Okay, I need a straight camera angle. Okay, you be tilting too much. Okay, I know it's the tipsy-turvy world, but good God, get a level in your frame. But yeah, Bruce Willis, he's brought us a lot of good stuff.
But there was a time when I would watch movies in hotels. That's where I see all my movies.
Sure.
For a while, that stopped. But it used to be a real treat in a hotel room because they would have the first run movies, But you buy it, of
Sure,
course. It
yeah.
wasn't, and so like,
So you weren't watching the porno? Is that what you're saying?
there was moments when I did break down.
Yes.
But it kind of sucked because if you can't fast forward.
Right. Yes, that's true. You mean get past the story points?
Yeah. Right. This is so long ago. There were story points.
Okay, and again, I don't like repeating myself. Okay, so we've gone through the first 5 minutes here. I'm just kind of getting a refresher. But again, he's got 2 Kleenex boxes. 2. Thank you for taking off the tote. Okay, the terrible tote that Bill Maher, he was against it. Okay, it was the interns that were trying to add things to the set. They had a guitar, they had the tote, all different kinds of pieces trying to fill the frame. Okay, less is more, folks. Less is more. All right. So these youngsters trying to fill my frame, but you don't need 2 Kleenex boxes in frame. Okay, that's completely unhinged. Please consider the frame as a painting. Each frame, a beautiful painting. And what you're giving me right now sucks. Okay, this shit. No, I really do like the aesthetic of and it's easy to watch. It's easy on the eyes. Okay, you watch something like God forbid, Bad Friends, and the flashing, the MK Ultra strobe lighting that happens when they switch between cameras between Bobby Lee and the other gender. Okay, it goes crazy. Take a look at who's the other guy? The blue light special. Okay. That guy, who is he? Jimmy Kennedy. Oh man. Jimmy Kennedy in his blue light special studio. It's too bright. So Bill Maher's set is easy on the eyes.
Oh, I see.
That's not how porn is today.
But I was saying you watch Forrest Gump on a hotel television. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that would not have been my choice.
Oh, I see.
What I was saying about the working for horror movies.
Yeah.
Not horror.
Horror, yeah.
There was a time when, like, you could see Bruce Willis, like, along as you scrolled through the movies, there would be, like, at one time, 3 or 4 you'd never heard of with him. And he always had, like, a very small part. I'm sure they shot it in a week or less.
Right, yeah.
He's just,
that's right.
But it was a tribute to how big his name is.
Sure.
That you could slap him on there to all these movies, and they would go straight to the video, but somebody was making money.
I was just in the car with Evan Lowenstein, who I know you know, Evan and Jaron.
A long time.
We were just talking about the fact that, Sam Jackson, when I think about how many movies Sam Jackson has been in, and a number of them are films that, he must have worked a couple of days and they paid him a shitload of money
yes.
to say motherfucker or whatever it is that they wanted him to say. And I'm like, good for him,
Oh, yeah.
Look at all the movies he made, how much money all the movies.
He's not jealous, folks. Okay, he's not jealous. No. He's like, what? You just gets to say, motherfucker, and he makes all that money? Let's listen to that again here.
Yes.
To say motherfucker. We were just talking about the fact that, Sam Jackson, when I think about how...
Sam Jackson. He's calling him Sam Jackson. Samuel. Ew. Okay. He's That's being disrespectful. Samuel.
How many movies Sam Jackson has been in, and a number of them are films that, he must have worked a couple of days and they paid him a shitload of money
Yes.
to say motherfucker or whatever it is that they wanted him to say. And I'm like, good for him,
Oh, yeah.
Look at all the movies he made, how much money all the movies he made. It was incredible.
Yeah, especially since we know he can do so much more. So it's funny when you...
He's the best. I did a movie with him called The Negotiator that I absolutely love. And I always wish that we'd done a sequel to it, because I think it's sequel material.
And you played a negotiator, or he did?
I played the negotiator.
Really?
He played a cop who'd been falsely accused.
I would have pegged you for the psycho.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
No, you have had a very broad range. I mean, you were never sort of like...
What are you talking about? I was never into broads. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, just a second. Hello. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Thank you so much.
You know what, Kevin? I never understood why you kept that a secret. Like, there's a point where it was like so much cooler to be gay. Like, I don't want to inject myself into this, but honestly, I mean, I don't get a lot of breaks from the media, especially, they're a little too woke and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
If who they're pretty rough on, if I at some point had come out as gay, they would be like, it would be the greatest thing that ever happened. I mean, and I would be feted, and that would just...
Well, everybody's you're a little gay,
No.
No? Not even a little?
He said no. Now, Andy Dick asked him. And he's like, yeah, totally, yeah. So he's, gay selective. I got that selective hearing. I only hear the things that's important to me. Huh? I said I only hear the things that are important to me. I got the selective hearing. But Bill Maher's got the selective gay. And if I was a little bit more prepared, I would have played that clip. Yeah, but I played that thing to death. Okay, take it easy, Kevin Spacey. I'm not talking about your accusers. 3 of them. Shit. Dude. That's some crazy shit.
You're pinned against a guy against the wall with that kind of a question. And it makes you sound gay when you adamantly admit that you're not.
Yeah.
You fucking...
Get him.
Well, cheers.
Yikes. And look at that. Look at that little turn of the wrist.
Yeah. You fucking...
Well, cheers.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
again.
Thanks for being...
And I know you've been...
Thanks for being
talking about having me, and it's meant a lot to me. There's just been a period of years where the advice that Evan and I were getting was that I because I was dealing with court stuff, that I just couldn't come out and have the kind of conversations I would like to have had.
I'm not going to lie to you. Sure. I mean, go by numbers with scandals. I say go by. And it's an interesting question maybe to ask you. Like, if...
Yeah, I'll be... a lot too, okay? 3.
Pointed the finger at Kevin Spacey to protect the fallen star.
Kevin Spacey of sexual assault has sadly died.
Not guilty. A jury in London has...
Yeesh. Was that a little loud on my end here? Okay. Too many. That's too many. And then he's in a movie called 9 Lives. I mean, you guys seen the picture of Kevin Spacey and Ghislaine Maxwell, right? Sitting in the chairs. Little comfy chairs like Bill Maher's. All right, so, Spacey's connected, allegedly. Okay, he's,
If it's like one...
So, Bill Maher is little...
I mean, I go by numbers with scandals. I say go by. And it's an interesting question maybe to ask you. Like, if it's like one person, I'm always like, well, I don't know if I wasn't in the room. When it gets to like, you know, it's like,
look at that. Because, and Spacey knew what was, I mean, of course. And Bill Maher, you know, kind of sprung this on pretty quick. Okay. He knows the YouTube attention span. So 6 minutes in, he's already bringing up serious stuff here. And
I wasn't in the room.
And look there. Oh, and look at that sigh. Like, here we are. No, you have to, he's being prepared for it.
Like, if it,
all right. So now this is a second go at this. All right. This is where we left off on the last stream. So all that stuff at the beginning there, we've seen already, and I don't like repeating stuff. Okay. I watch things for the first time. So here we are where we left off. I got a sense of where we were before we lagged out. Hopefully the bit rate is proper. Let me know if it's glitching out, but we should be good. But Bill Maher said, here he is. He's like, hey, you had some scandals, man. Yeah.
Lie to you. I mean, I go by numbers with scandals. Not, I say go by. And it's an interesting question maybe to ask you. Like, if it's like one person, I'm always like, well, I don't know if I wasn't in the room. When it gets to like, you know.
And then he's like, and I mean, you know.
It's like, come on, man. There's just too much smoke to be no fire.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, wow. He's like, what? Okay, but this, you know, this is, I guess, one of his first. No, he's been in other interviews, right? Isn't it? I think he's been in a couple other things. It was that British guy, the old Pierce Morgan. Is that, yeah, his show. I think Kevin Spacey has been on Pierce Morgan since the allegations in the trial, which he is free from. Okay, so and then Bill Maher's like, "Come on, man, you were, you know, more than just handsy."
There's just too much smoke to be no.
And he's laughing too. Okay, this is. I mean, you're not going to get anything like this from Joe Rogan. Okay, so Bill Maher has really shown, you know, how to ask these tough questions. He's had some experience.
Wasn't in the room. When it gets to like, you know, it's like, come on, man. There's just too much smoke to be no fire.
Oh, so, I never said there was no fire.
Okay,
it just wasn't a raging forest fire.
Right.
It was a small kitchen fire that could have been put out with an extinguisher.
To me, the most important point.
You know, 2 mil. And he's like, excuse me? You think you're just going to buy people off? He's like, shh, shh, shh. Look, extinguisher, you know, extinguish them. And he's like, what? Bill Maher's like, shit, he just said extinguish? 9 lives. Okay, he was in the movie called 9 Lives. Don't talk about people in Extinguished. Be Dr. So's new book. Extinguish.
No fire.
Okay, all
It
right.
just wasn't a raging forest fire.
Right.
It was a small kitchen fire that could have been put out with an extinguisher.
To me, the most important point in this case, and we can discuss all the nuances, is that at a certain point, the law does have to have some merit with people. You had like 5 ones I heard about, and each time, that's just the truth.
His hands.
They
He's
lost.
wringing his hands.
I think you're like 5-0 or something.
We
haven't lost one.
We've been found not guilty in every court we've gone
right.
into with a jury.
Right, and one else.
Okay. Oh, looks like hopefully the quality is good. Seems like the streaming bitrate going crazy again.
One of the first to accuse Kevin Spacey of attacking young men.
Okay, so again, this is just a Google search. You know, you can.
3 years ago, before invoking the 5th.
Shows us what else is revealed in the police report.
A lot of stuff. You know, that says 3.
Men.
So.
Elton John, didn't he testify?
Well, Elton John testified in a case.
All right, so let's back it up here.
We've been found not guilty in every court we've gone into with a jury.
Right, and one Elton John, didn't he testify?
Well, Elton John testified in a case in Great Britain.
But why was he?
Because
what am I saying? Gay, gay celebrities hanging out together.
Yeah.
Weird.
No, it wasn't about a party or anything like that. It was about the fact that a person who had accused me of something had also made up something about him, and he felt it was very important that the jury hear that this person was not consistently telling the truth.
Do you think there's more making up in the gay community?
Making up.
Making up stuff. You said he made up something about.
Yeah, he made up something about.
And the reason why I assume you've won 5 times is the juries thought that people were making stuff up.
Well,
not that there wasn't nothing.
No, and there are certain cases where part of something is true, but it's been rethought, it's been redesigned, or it's been entirely made up. Certainly in the case of.
Rethought, redesigned. Said that. Wow, something can be rethought and redesigned.
Of Anthony Rapp, which is a case that we won in federal court in New York.
Which one was that?
Anthony Rapp sued me. He was the first person to accuse me of something from 31 years before in 2017.
Under
which is
what
why
circumstances? I know that name. I've heard it.
The circumstance was he did an article in BuzzFeed magazine in which he accused me of being attracted to him and wanting to be sexual with him when he was a teenager, when he was just a kid. And it took us until we got to court many years later in 2022 to be able to prove that, in fact, the entire story was not true. The foundation of the story he built around a bedroom in an apartment that he said I rented, in which he'd gone into a bedroom at a party that I threw. He'd been invited to this party, and that at some point, very drunk, I came into that bedroom, leaned against the door, was so drunk I probably wouldn't remember, and that this encounter happened. But as it turned out, and as we proved in a court of law, I lived in a studio apartment. There was no bedroom. There was no door. There was an entire...
Oh, my God. Really? Oh, my God.
to that bedroom, leaned against the door, was so drunk I probably wouldn't remember, and that this encounter happened. But as it turned out, and as we proved in a court of law, I lived in a studio apartment. There was no bedroom. There was no door. There was an entire foundation of what he told this story around.
Okay, well, then it was a different place. Okay. It was a place that you told him was your home. It was the front entrance of your studio. It still needs a door. Okay, if you lived in a studio, that is the bedroom. So you just walk right in, and it's, you're in it. Let's listen to this again. And look at Bill Maher's like, what? Bring it back here.
Very drunk, I the foundation of the story he built around a bedroom in an apartment that he said I rented, in which he'd gone into a bedroom at a party that I threw. He'd been invited to this party, and that at some point, all
right, so let me listen to that part again.
Was not true. The foundation of the story he built around a bedroom in an apartment that he said I rented, in which he'd gone into a bedroom at a party that I threw. He'd been invited to this party, and that at some point, very drunk, I came into that bedroom, leaned against the door, was so drunk I probably wouldn't remember, and that this encounter happened. But as it turned out, and as we proved in a court of law, I lived in a studio apartment. There was no bedroom. There was no door. There was an entire foundation of what he told this story around completely crumbled with the evidence. And also we had...
Okay, well, it was then in a different place. You didn't... I mean... That look. It's like... that's a deep recall right there. Making sure he says the right stuff.
Incredible testimony by John Barrowman, who was a friend of his at the time and had been to my apartment with him. The only time he'd ever been in my apartment was when they came to meet my dog. So the whole thing was made up.
Okay, so listen, I'm not that kind of interviewer who and this is not that kind of a show where I do my homework and I didn't even remember this guy's name. Plainly, this is not 60 minutes.
Yes, clearly.
But I'm also, I feel like
Anderson,
I'm fair.
I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, I'm also fair, and I also am, I think my bond with my audience truthful. So truthfully, again, 20, when 20 people feel like something like...
Saying it again, third time.
That's a lot of people. It's a lot of smoke. It's a lot of, I don't know. There is always nuance, and people, it's terrible, I think, that people skip over it. And one of them is time. The mores change. People, they just do. People acted differently. I mean, we get better generally as we're more enlightened, but you must have known you were, forward, shall we? In the the old parlance. A forward.
I hit on a lot of guys.
Yeah, but hitting on and I did a bit about the one. You got off totally. I mean, I think the jury was took 2 hours to say it was the kid in the piano bar.
Oh yeah, that actually never went to trial.
Okay.
That never went to trial because they tampered with evidence, and then he took the fifth in a pretrial meeting with my lawyer.
But I'm just, again, remember.
Wow. Okay, so what happened now?
They tampered with evidence, and then he took the fifth in a pretrial meeting with my lawyer.
But I'm just, again, remembering this from I used to do a bit about it in my act.
You did?
In your defense.
Oh.
Because the bit was...
Oh, you did? Oh, I never knew about this. Okay. Oh, you did? This is the first time I hear about this. Let's play this again.
Meeting with my lawyer.
But I'm just, again, remembering this from I used to do a bit about it in my act. In your defense.
Oh.
Because the bit was, as I recall, I mean, that, like, he says, like, your cock was in his hand for like 3 minutes, and then he like said something, and I remember like, Mr. Spacey, wasn't that part of it?
In a very crowded bar with lots of people looking at me.
Well, I mean, your cock could have been in his hand, but if it's there for 3 minutes,
my cock was never in his hand.
Really?
No. He claimed something else.
Yeah, it wasn't that. Okay, so now Bill, possibly did this on purpose. It's like, no, you didn't see. No, what I actually was doing was get him from behind. Oh no, I said it. This is Bill Maher is 40 years into doing interviews and things like this, and this he's pressing him. This is a pretty good interview.
But yeah, that one never even got to court. That one was thrown out.
But I mean, this is a really inappropriate question.
See the laugh. Okay, so he's doing this laugh technique. Okay, he's been doing this pretty often, where you butter him up, but I just don't. Why did you do it? You kind of, so this laughing technique where he'll laugh and, kind of get them ready. He's like, the 3 of your accusers died. Spacey, please. I did a bit about you. Okay. Bill Maher did a bit about Spacey. Okay. Woo. Now he's sitting next to you. So let's see what we got.
Again, Keith Morrison, I don't think is going to ask, but like, come on, man.
Oh, here we go. 4th time.
There is a difference between the heterosexual world and the gay world. I'm not saying that excuses bad behavior. I'm just saying, like, there's no equivalent of a bathhouse in the heterosexual world, right?
Palm Springs, yeah.
What?
Bill Maher's, inferring that the gays are feisty or something. It's like, I mean, come on, in the gay community, they're just grabby. Okay, so he's kind of throwing them a lifeline here. There's a little bit of a, this is a technique where you hit him hard with hard questions and then kind of lighten up. And he's like, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to this stuff. And I'm not, I didn't do my homework on you or anything. I'm things that I remember. Okay. Same thing with us. Okay. There's no preparation. Okay. If I got to prepare, then I'm doing this forever. Okay. I got to make sure everything's perfect. Okay. So I just got to do it. So I'm better, not prepared. Okay. I need to, no reading scripts. Okay. I just speak my mind. But yeah, he's had, all these accusations, and they all just kind of dissipated. Okay. One guy pled the 5th. 3 other guys died. No, one of them was a lady. The first lady, she got hit by some random vehicle driving by, and they never caught the person who drove the vehicle. Now, was it a self-driving car? I mean, who was driving the car? She got hit by a vehicle and died. Okay. So boom. No trial. couldn't make it. And then another one decided to plead the fifth during the pretrial with his lawyer. I'm not going to say anything. Oh, okay. Extinguished. Number 2. Okay. So Spacey's the extinguisher. He's extinguishing these little kitchen fires. Oh, you spirit cooking? What you cooking in the kitchen? Too hot for me. Okay, I don't want to be in the kitchen with Spacey. Big old belly, trying to hide with this big old thigh. And Spacey's been cross-legged the whole time. Okay, Bill Maher never does a full cross. He does his robin. Okay, those are robin. Yeah. Anyone normal size is the spread eagle, but his legs are tiny. So it's a robin. But you're right.
No, but isn't that gay?
Yeah. Okay, let me bring it back here. You're saying that the gay community is, hey, back then they were kind of grabby, weren't they? This is a lifeline.
But if it's there for 3 minutes,
my cock was never in his hand.
Really?
No. He claimed something else. But yeah, that one never even got to court.
See the look down? Oop.
That one was thrown out.
Oop.
But this is a really inappropriate question that, again, Keith Morrison, I don't think is going to ask, but come on, man. There is a difference between the heterosexual world and the gay world. I'm not saying that excuses bad behavior. I'm just saying, there's no equivalent of a bathhouse in the heterosexual world, right?
Palm Springs, yeah.
What?
No.
But isn't that gay?
Yeah. Look, I would say this. I certainly, over the years that I have been an actor, and I certainly... I was very, very closeted. I was fiercely closeted. I didn't want anyone to know anything about me.
Yeah.
And no one knew. No one. Gee, we didn't see this coming, Spacey. Jeez, no. We just always thought you were kind of the straight, slimy guy. Okay, no. We knew. Okay, that they get all. Okay. Because they can't, live in their truth. Okay? Speak your truth. You gay! All right, so he had to, he's like, yeah, I guess, I'm grabby.
Of course, I thought I was so clever that no one knew, but of course, kind of everybody knew.
I knew.
Yeah, you knew. I never got near you, all right?
I did a great joke about you that the audience
Another
just
one.
Completely...
Another one? Okay, so is this going to be his second one?
Didn't get. At the 1997 Oscars, it was Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah.
Remember the movie, the Bruce Willis movie?
Sure, the Bruce Willis movie, yeah.
What was it? And maybe you were up against him, or you were there.
I See Dead People, yes.
Yeah, I See Dead People movie.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Said,
Why did it black out like that?
The Oscars went on so long this year, by the end of the evening, Haley Joel Osment had a beard, and Kevin Spacey didn't.
That's a good joke.
So good. And they laughed.
That's a good joke. No, I never heard it. That was the first time when Bill Maher first revealed that, the first joke that, he's like, what? Oh, you did? I never knew about this. It's the first time I heard about it. And now he's like, oh, that was a good joke. Extinguish. Okay, watch out, Bill. He's an extinguisher. He's putting out them fires.
After the first part and
not
totally
the second?
they don't know what a
Oh, that's so interesting.
they didn't know what a beard
Well, maybe
was.
you should have said, I see gay people.
They're not sophisticates like us, Kevin.
Yes, I see.
You see? We're sophisticates. That's the
God.
part of me that's gay.
I got
I'm
it.
very fucking
Very
sophisticated.
sophisticated, yeah.
Oh, here we go. And he's like, okay. So it does look like Bill's a little bit washy in the eyes, okay? And Spacey is seeing it.
I mean, that's gay. I'm very fucking sophisticated.
He's really stoned. He's really stoned too.
Yeah.
And then trying to cut.
That's the part of me that's gay. I'm very fucking sophisticated.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. So it's gonna, Bill Maher switched to tequila. Okay, he used to be a whiskey drinker, and now he's on the tequila, and he's gotten a little spicy since he's been on tequila. All right, he's a bit more brash. He's slurring his words a bit, speaking out of the side of his mouth like it's going numb, like he's got kuru or something, allegedly. And even Spacey is like, yikes.
Yeah.
So where were we in my grill?
Yeah, and he's like, oh, okay, we got over that one. Okay, so he knew he was going to ask him, about all these allegations and saying, hey, man, kind of wild.
That's the part of me that's gay. I'm very fucking sophisticated.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was the sigh of like, oh wait, I haven't said that I'm gay yet.
Yeah.
So where were we?
Okay, now again, Andy Dick was talking to him, and Bill Maher was basically saying, "Yeah, I'm gay. Yeah, of course." And then Kevin Spacey's like, "Well, everyone's a little gay." He's like, "Nah, I'm not gay now." Okay, so
my grilling. Well, the question to me now is like, I think my spidey instinct is, yeah, you should have gotten some punishment. I think you were a little too forward, shall we say, made a lot of, obviously people got uncomfortable. The question now.
You made us uncomfortable, Spacey, okay? You made Bill Maher uncomfortable, okay? If you're making Bill Maher uncomfortable,
now is, you paid a lot. It's like when Bernie says rich people don't pay taxes. I'm like, who the fuck do you think? I pay like 60%, you asshole.
Right.
Okay. It's like, how much is enough paying? So, like, when did this start? So let's talk about your sentence that you've served.
This started in 2017.
Okay,
in October of 2017, this began, and I would say,
and you're
not
still
exaggerating.
You're still in show business jail.
Well, I feel less in jail than I did.
Oh, good.
But
really?
I do actually now feel that when people look at things and when I know, as you said, you didn't really pay attention to the details, and I know most people don't. But I think when people actually start to hear the facts, understand what we've won in courts, I think people now look at this and think, maybe 9 years has been enough.
Well, that's the question.
And that if I had been a sports figure, I would have been benched for 7 games.
Okay, and at the beginning, too, he was talking about how on his way to the show that, he's like, Samuel L. Jackson just gets up on stage and says, motherfucker, and gets paid. Okay, I can do that. So he's needing to get paid. And he's saying 9 years, So, I don't know.
Do you know what I mean?
Why are you comparing it to that?
Well, because that's what happens. A sports person is accused of something, and they're benched for 7 days, 7 games, and then they're back on the field.
Like,
sports figures have been, who's the guy who, it's not funny, but he clocked his wife in the elevator, and he never played again.
Well, I don't know about that particular case, but I'm saying, if you're hitting home runs, they want you on the field.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I think, I mean, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So I believe we're at a point now where I think people are now beginning to look at what actually happened, and I feel much more welcomed, and I think that things are moving in the direction that we hope they're moving in.
Yeah, because I think a 10-year sentence is a serious sentence. And I know, like, I don't know, thank God, but I surmise that, like, it's an everyday sentence. I mean, you know, certain parts of it, you can't go out, right?
I go out all the time.
No, always?
Always.
Throughout this whole thing?
Not throughout the whole thing. I would say in 2018, I didn't really want to be seen.
Exactly.
And I sort of kept to myself, and I actually started wearing a mask before COVID, which was pretty funny.
Wow.
That I was wearing a mask because I didn't want to be seen. But then I got through that.
Oh, I'm glad he said that. Okay? Because that's what I think it's all about. You know, they're trying to cover our face so that other people can go about without being seen. Ooh, man. Okay? So he's already saying that that's what he was doing before. He's like, oh my God, now everyone is doing it. That was my thing.
And I did an enormous mask because I didn't want to be. I started wearing a mask before COVID, which was pretty funny.
Wow.
That I was wearing a mask because I didn't want to be seen. But then I got through that, and I did an enormous amount of therapy. I went through a lot of programs that were very helpful,
Really?
Incredibly helpful for me. And then in 2019, Evan suggested that we sort of take a trip. And so we went around Europe for off and on about 6 months. And we backpacked, literally. And that was when I was able to, without a hat, without glasses, without hiding in any way, just go out into the world. And I can tell you that we were stopped 70 times a day by people who were so generous and so happy to see me and asking, when are you going back to work?
This is Europe?
This is all over Europe, all over everywhere. I mean, it's been that way.
And I feel like Europe is a more forgiving, it's an older culture.
No,
you know, they're
it's been
cool.
the same way in the United States.
They're cool with perverts.
It's been the same in the United States. It's been the same in the United States. Everywhere I go. I know there's people online that say nasty things, but I've not met one of them in real life.
That is an interesting phenomena I've also experienced.
And you ain't ever going to meet me. And you ain't ever going to meet me. He's like, Okay. You're not booking shit because you're fat. Okay, you're too big. Taking up too much spacey. You need to trim down. I need to see the way you were looking in 7. Okay. Anemic. And don't be taking in that Ozempic shit either. Okay. I want to see the stress of your life. Transform your figure. Because apparently it hasn't set in yet. You're too big. You're too comfortable. You need to fight for your freedom. Fight for the ability to. Now, please, Spacey, stay away. No. What? Come on. No, please, no. This is all satire. Okay, this is.
And it's.
We are comedy. But
people online that say nasty things, but I've not met one of them in real life.
That is an interesting phenomena I've also experienced. And it's funny, you know, you want to say it back to the media, and I won't about, you know, anything because you just don't want to pick that fight with them. But sometimes when I see Trump just speak his complete internal monologue without, you know, doing things that it's just like he will say something, and the one I'm thinking of is like, I've wanted to say that. He just, when somebody pissed him off in an interview and he just went, "You're a terrible person."
Right.
And it's like, I can't deny.
You've wanted.
There's a moment where I would have, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Sure.
You're a terrible person.
Yeah, right.
It's not a sincere question.
Yeah.
It's a gotcha thing. It's a, virtue signaling thing.
Sure.
You don't believe it yourself, but I don't.
Yeah.
Not our president. He does that. Do you have plans for the 4th of July?
I don't have. I haven't made plans yet.
That's code for, are you happy with America or not? Do you approve of America? Because the people who have had 4th of July plans, they are proud to be an American. And the people who have opted out of celebrating is because of their political beliefs. It has nothing to do with, it's boring. Okay? Folks, we were seeing these shiny lights, before we had shiny screens. Okay, we don't need you guys to be blowing things up in the sky. Sounding like Chicago out there. Shy town. Okay. Enough with that. That's old world behavior. All right, that's right around the time of the combustion engine. So please stop with that. That's old world traditions that can be done with. And while you're at it, take Valentine's Day. Good God. We need less holidays. Okay. And quit resetting the time. Okay, right when I finally get synced up with the universe, y'all gotta knock me off my axis and change the time on me. So enough of that shit. Matter of fact, I need 28 days a month, 13 months a year. And we need to be starting the new year on April, the beginning of spring. No, January. That is death. That is winter, death, the end. Okay, the new year is spring. They are messing with our circadian rhythms. Now blame you, Spacey.
But I think there's a lot to celebrate.
Yeah, I was just working on a piece for the show that says that exact same thing. It's amazing that, especially, I don't want to keep picking on the kids, but the younger generations, they just don't have good perspective either about how much better they have it than people any time before them, and how much better they have it here than almost anywhere else in the world.
Yeah, I'm also very optimistic, and I believe whatever. I mean, look, what I just said, I think is
no. You look. Open your eyes.
Echoes what I mean by this, which is that the society that I have met, the society that I've been introduced to, the people that have come at me over the last 9 years.
People have come at him. Okay, people are coming at him. When people are just walking, his world has been so attack. Okay, well, I mean, he's been attacking. Allegedly. I mean, it was all in court. Okay, but now anytime anyone moves around, they're on the attack. No, you're
have not been divisive and angry and pissed off, and they have been so welcoming and lovely and loving that I'm so happy that that's the society that
where do I fall on this scale?
Where do you?
You fall very much in the. You have been incredibly supportive because Evan has told me.
Yeah,
I know you've wanted me on this show for a long time. You've been very much on side, and that means a lot to me.
I'm keeping it real and not letting you off the hook.
There you go.
That because that's the reality. But again,
he's like, yeah. He didn't tell me about that. What's his partner's name or his manager? He's saying, yeah, because Steve let me know. Look at that. Oh, he's like, yeah, you have been pressing, okay? We told you not to.
Real and not letting you off the hook.
Yeah.
You know, that because that's the reality. But again,
He's like, oh. He's like, yeah. Extinguish. Okay, please, Spacey, don't extinguish Bill Maher. All right, he's in this generational run right now.
we all go through life, and the judgmentalness of like everything is a hanging offense, or you know, it's always a life sentence. It's like, no, things are proportionate. That's how the real law works. You know, not everything is the death penalty.
It's true.
And it's just
true.
And again,
the real
I hate
law.
to pick on the kids, but they just don't have any perspective about how lucky they are. The idea that when we're around the same age, I'm 70. I don't think you hit that yet.
I haven't yet. No.
Okay, but
No.
you're on the way.
I'm 66.
You're on, yeah. No, you're looking like you're lapping it, okay? Yeah, I'm not, writing letters to Warner Brothers complaining of there not being enough Kevin Spacey films. I don't want to see you on the screen. I see you on the small screen and you're too big. Why would I want to see you on a bigger screen? Okay. We used to watch Immortals. Gods. Why would we watch you?
You look good.
Thank you, sir.
By the way, for the stress that it must have been, you look good.
Thank you, sir.
You look like you could,
lose about 35 pounds.
I mean, play the, at that age, again, we're close. All you can do is, the best you can do is be like, not hard to look at.
Is that the review?
Is that
not hard to look at?
Is that terrible?
No, not at all.
Oh, no. You didn't like that. And who would? Okay, who would? I mean, Bill Maher has basically said, you seem like you'd like to be on set a lot. And so it's probably the reason why there's been a lot of shit movies. People who just like doing movies a lot tend to end up doing shitty movies eventually. Even Robert De Niro has done a few that have bombed. And now he's saying what I've been saying. You're a little too big. A little too big. Okay? If you're going to be on the old silver screen, all right, you have to have shape other than round. I need to see, distinction, angles, sharp, crevices.
Our age, I think that's pretty good.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
We're not Glenn Powell. We never were. I mean, that's actually much more of an achievement for you in a way, because I was in commentary, I'm a comedian, but you were like playing leading man parts.
Well, and if I look at the actors that I grew up admiring, Spencer Tracy, Henry Fonda, Jimmy Stewart, Cagney, I mean, these actors had decades and decades and decades of being at the top of their profession. And many of them, Paul Newman, aged incredibly well, played fantastic parts when they were over 60.
Oh, yeah. The Verdict.
And did incredible things. Yeah, The Verdict's one of the great Paul Newman movies ever.
Yeah. Oh, no. And I think actors are better in their 50s, 60s when they get.
He's like, but they're aging oddly. Okay, they don't look right any longer. They look overly dehydrated and very, very rough. Okay. A lot of these people are looking really rough. And it wasn't like that. Okay. So please have a little butter with your toast occasionally. Okay. We need some collagen back in your skin. So I don't know what's going on out there. Okay, is it the air? Is it the mask wearing? Is it the the jabs? What's causing this weird reptile skin?
That right there. There is something that takes obviously decades to get to this sort of level of, the old thing, don't get caught acting, where it's just the most naturalistic kind of performance. I'm at a point because of the last 9 years where I had never done therapy before. I had never gone into myself. I had never spent the kind of time that I've spent doing the programs I've done. And I'm closer to myself. I'm closer to my family. I'm closer to my friends than I've ever been. And I'm very curious now. I mean, I've had a couple of wonderful opportunities in the last couple of years to do some really work that means a lot to me. But I'm really at a point where I'm so excited about what my work is going to be like, because now I have gone into myself. I am closer to myself than I've ever been. And I'm really excited about working with a collaborator, a director.
Yeah, I'm sure you're going to be pleasant to work with, okay? These are the people that take themselves way too seriously, okay? They're my motivation, okay? Stand there, say this. Okay, that's what you need to do. But no, they're artists. They're going to harmonize with the ionosphere to be able to speak someone else's words. So, that's what happens. When and once you do that, you realize you're a mannequin, okay, and a really weird looking one at that. So no designer is going to be thrilled to be able to do your wardrobe and show off their new threads and their new design. Okay, no set designer is going to be just, woo, yeah, we're going to create this beautiful world for the Spacey. No. So, what effort are you putting into it? Besides, how come I can't do it? How come Samuel L. Jackson is? Okay, he's doing things and making money. Create something, Spacey. But talking about being inside of yourself. I'm tired of seeing that face on you. Even Tom Cruise knew that he needed to create a whole thing for himself. And you're just waiting for the moment to be able to showcase your newfound inward abilities that no one asked for. Write short stories.
Particularly. Who's going to bring that out of me, because I am ready now to share parts of myself that prior I wasn't.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody doubts if you got your meat.
What parts were you not sharing with us when you're opening the box in 7? Okay, what part were you not showing us when you're in American Beauty? Weird stuff happening in that. I don't know. It was like somebody filming a bag saying it's beautiful or something. I don't know. You know, what were you not showing us in all the other movies you're doing? You show us too much. Okay, so you don't stop showing us stuff.
Into a
Show less.
Great part.
Did you say my meat? I'm sorry. What did you say?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I thought we were beyond that. I'm
sorry.
I'm sorry.
I had a little.
Okay, so now, again, Kevin Spacey here, you know, he's, oh, did I hear meat? Okay. And then he said, well, everyone's a little gay. Yeah. So these are his techniques. Okay. These are the techniques that he has used, you know, with other people when they're saying, he's at a party, like, oh, you know, everyone's a little gay. Touch. Hey, man, don't be touching me. Come on. You know, he like locks eyes on you as you walk past Figaro. Shit. You know, keep your eyes on your food, Spacey. Mind your own business. I'm running errands. Okay. But he likes to lock in. So he's like, oh, did I hear?
Little pot before I came over. I mean,
the thing is, I'm trying to keep my meat out of things. All right, I'm trying to move on. You understand?
With mixed success.
Oh, is that admission to guilt? I'm trying to keep it out of things. And of course, I mean, Bill Maher might very well be CIA. I mean, the government needs to study this interview. He is wearing, he has the last bottle he had that he was using was like up to here. A long blue ball bottle. And now this one's got a ridge on it. A little head on there. It's throwing Spacey off. And take a look back here.
I mean,
the thing is, I'm trying to keep my meat out of things. All right, I'm trying to move on. You understand?
With mixed success, let's be honest. I mean, like,
did we just lose a sponsor?
You know,
did we just lose a
sponsor? Are you kidding? As if we're taping this, but that would be embarrassing. But you did always strike me. Again, this is from way afar and just how people talk. That, I mean, I'm not being snarky about it, but there are different kinds of, as with heterosexuals, gay people. Most heterosexuals get married. And then when gay marriage became a thing,
Losses are coming
we
off.
saw zillions of people who acted just like the heterosexuals, bored, you know, but together and fighting. Exactly.
That's right.
And then there was people like me, heterosexual, unlike you, but I feel like I was a guy who never wanted to get married and didn't. A single was like, no, this is actually more fun and I'm going to do it. And I feel like you were that guy in the gay world. It's just more fun.
I was definitely that guy in the gay world. But I will also say this. You may not remember this, but do you remember like the first times that we met?
Oh,
God.
Here we go.
Cut.
Because
here it is.
Because it was at the Playboy Mansion.
Oh,
and he's like, oh, that one. Oh, phew.
that makes sense. I lived
now,
there.
I don't know whether or not I can't quite remember. I remember seeing you at the Playboy. I have a memory of you there. But I also used to go there on Sundays because Hefner used to love to show movies with like a piano player. And I went there a couple of times, and I think you were there. I
did. But I was invited, I think, every Sunday, but I did not make a habit of it. I went on the 4th of July.
Right.
I remember that. But I
Did
mean,
you go
only
in the
time?
grotto? Did you do the...
No, there are diseases that Columbus brought over. Are you kidding? I mean, the grotto, no.
And now
Did you?
someone's not bought it
And now the glasses are
totally
back on.
changed it, right? Or is it still...
Interesting. So he took his glasses off for a minute there, and it was getting too hot. Okay, he's wearing a jacket in the summertime, covering up his big old belly, and it was getting hot. The interrogation of Bill Maher, and he's seen Bill Maher holding that bottle in his crotch the whole time. Hasn't taken a moment to pour his second shot. Looks like he did one shot already. And he just keeps holding that bottle. And it's flustering Spacey.
I don't know. I haven't been up to the old haunted mansion. It was, and they said, I don't know if this is true, don't sue me if it wasn't, but I think I read that there was mold.
Oh.
It just, and of course you can't be elderly and breathing mold. It just shows you you can be so brilliant and successful in one way.
Right.
How Hefner died?
Wasn't, but I think I read that there was mold.
Let me back it up here. Oh, so now he's putting the glasses back on when he's talking about how Hefner died? Oh, wait a second. Because is that what? Wow, interesting. So he takes his glasses off and they're talking about Playboy Mansion. Let me back it up here. Something happened here.
You did always strike me, and again, this is from way afar and just how people talk, that, I'm not being snarky about it, but there are different kinds of, as with heterosexuals, gay people.
Okay.
Most
And
heterosexuals get married. And then when gay marriage became a thing, we saw zillions of people who acted just like the heterosexuals, bored, but together and fighting. Exactly.
That's right.
And then there was people like me, heterosexual, unlike you, but I feel like I was a guy who never wanted to get married and didn't. A single was like, no, this is actually more fun and I'm going to do it. And I feel like you were that guy in the gay world. It's just more fun.
I was definitely that guy in the gay world.
Let's get to the...
But I will also say this. You may not remember this, but do you remember the first times that we met?
Oh, God. Cut.
Because,
no,
you're going to love this, because it was at the Playboy Mansion.
Oh, that makes sense. I lived there.
Now, I don't know whether or not I can't quite remember. I remember seeing you at the Playboy. I have a memory of you there. But I also used to go there on Sundays because...
It's like, I don't know if he's like holding his hand up to his face like he was doing photography. It's like, I don't know if you were in my home movies. Spacey loves filming people.
Hefner used to love to show movies with a piano player, and I went there a couple of times, and I think you were there.
I did. But I was invited, I think, every Sunday, but I did not make a habit of it. I went on the 4th of July.
Right.
I remember that, but...
Did you go in the grotto? Did you do
no, there are diseases that Columbus brought over.
Oh, that's
Are you kidding? The grotto, no.
And now someone's not bought it and totally changed it, right? Or is it still...
I don't know. I haven't been up to the old haunted mansion. It was, and
Which apparently it has tunnels to Jack Nicholson's house. And someone else's house, couple people's homes. I'm sure Leonardo DiCaprio, who looks just like Jack Nicholson. Daddy. Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio's mother, knew Jack Nicholson. They met. And out pops Leonardo DiCaprio a few months later. Allegedly. I don't know. That's just what they say on the internet. And come to find out, there were tunnels from the Playboy mansion to Jack Nicholson and who's was it Spacey? Kevin Costner? Someone. It was a Kevin. Look it up. Okay.
They said, I don't know if this is true, don't sue me if it wasn't, but I think I read that like there was mold.
Oh.
It just, and of course you can't be elderly and breathing mold. You know, it just shows you you can be so brilliant and successful in one way.
Right.
And then you don't take care of the mold.
Yeah. That, by the way, is the best philosophy I've heard all week. If you don't take care of the mold, what's the point? So I'm talking like I'm in Palm Beach. Sorry.
No, I can tell you're itching to get in the game, and and by the way, not to scare you, but like I would do it sooner than later because like you're still, like I said, you look generically late middle age. You can play anything there. You can even have
generic. The death sip there too. He's like, I'm using this as a vehicle to try to get me back into the film industry, Bill. And you keep telling me that I'm generic looking and halfway okay looking. No, you ugly, Spacey. You need to lose 35 pounds, okay? What you doing? You don't look like you're stressed out a day in your life. Okay, and you don't look like a stress eater. You look like someone who would just, under a lot of stress, just go wacky. Okay? So it doesn't look like you went wacky yet.
Late middle age. You can play anything there. You can even have a love interest who's 30. I mean, a
30.
woman, yuck, but I mean, it's yucky pussy, but you're a great actor.
Well, why you not saying I can't play a wonderful gay character as well?
No one's going to watch it. Well, I've explored myself. I've gone inward. And Spacey's inward. He's going gay. He's going to bring a LGBTQ back into Hollywood.
I mean, it's yucky pussy, but you're a great actor.
But why you not saying I can't play a wonderful gay character as well?
No one's going to watch it.
What?
And that I could play a wonderful gay character as well.
Oh, you could now.
Yeah.
See, that's his inward discovery. He's like, wait, no. Wait, I could play a character like this now. Wait a second. Instead of all the psycho characters you've been playing. Okay, but take a look at Ghislaine. Ask Ghislaine if it's okay for Kevin Spacey to be playing gay. Ghislaine, Kevin Spacey wants to play gay. They've been partying together. Is Spacey in the files? Look it up. Okay. I've seen pictures. How you spell? There's the seats. Big old comfy couch. Sat on the throne. Pose on Thrones at Buckingham Palace, 2002. Ooh, that just popped right up. I didn't even ask about that. So he's doing his media tour. You know, he's trying to get back in the biz. You know, if others can, why can't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Now that the cat's out of the bag.
Hang on.
You don't want to be, at a certain point, you know, you're iconic. So if it all goes under the bridge, you could have another 10 years of, you know, doing really good stuff. And then you got to do Bad Grandpa. You know, there's a point, just
Bad Grandpa.
Well,
That's fantastic. That sounds like a part Jack Lemmon would have played.
No, De Niro played it.
Oh, Bad Grandpa? Oh.
You didn't see it?
Grandpa?
Well,
oh,
if I did Bad
De Niro,
Grandpa, I'd do it like Lemmon.
Oh, it was De Niro. Sorry. I meant Papa. Grandpapa. De Niro. Oh, De Niro. Man. Please. You know, you... What's the saying? You live... You're a hero, and if you live long enough, you see yourself be the villain or whatever. Because Robert De Niro is washed up. I don't want to hear De Niro, okay? I don't want to hear these old these were good in their prime, okay? These people were good in their prime. The stuff that they're doing now is destroying Hollywood. We don't want to see old men on screen, okay? Unless they're, you know, barbaric kings and, okay, like tribal men. Okay, otherwise just, you know, sit on your rocker.
Go fuck yourself.
Right. You're a good impressionist. You do.
Well, you know, he was my mentor, Lemmon.
I do see similarities in your work. I do.
I met Jack Lemmon. You will not know this, but when I was in junior high school, I went to Parkman Junior High School in the Valley here. I went to the Mark Taper Forum for a theater audition workshop that he was running.
Wow.
And I got up and did a little monologue, and at the end, he walked over to me. I was 13 years old, and he said, "That was a touch of terrific."
Really?
He said, "No, everything I just talked about, this young actor did. What's your name?" I said, "Kevin." He said, "But listen to me." He said, when you get finished with school here, you should go to New York and you should study to be an actor because this is what you're meant to do with your life."
Wow.
And 13 years later,
wow.
I went to New York. I went to Juilliard, and I got the opportunity to audition to play his son in a production of Long Day's Journey into Night, and I won the part. And Jack and I did that play for a year, and he played my father in that. And then we did 3 other projects together, ending with Glengarry Glen Ross.
Full circle
Everyone
Spacey.
on the show has these awesome stories.
I got no stories.
Show business past, and I got nothing.
This guy's manifesting his life, and I'm streaming. Okay? If an old man told me something, I would say, shut the fuck up. I got shit to do. No man telling me what I need to be doing. You know, I create my own way. But YouTube, please don't demonetize me. I call YouTube he. Okay, even though he is vicious like a woman. But YouTube's demonetizing everyone. It's like Spacey extinguishing these fires. These little kitchen fires, as he calls them.
Another?
Who was here last week?
On. Didn't Dangerfield discover you in a bathroom somewhere?
Whoa.
That's about it. And you think of a grodier scene than I mean, I loved him, but he used to come in. He was, when I first started in 1979 at Catch a Rising Star, was the big club in New York.
Yeah. I was at Juilliard at that point.
Were you aware of Catch? Did you
Absolutely.
I
used to do stand-up comedy because I was working on my Johnny Carson impression.
I never saw you there in that era. 79 to 83, I was there.
Sure.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know that. You do a great Carson.
Oh, sure. I love Johnny. I do. No, this is true. I don't make this up. there was an earthquake in Los Angeles this morning. You may not have known it. I was sitting in a hotel room. Yeah.
It's hard to be
and all of a sudden the hotel starts to move.
the receiver of an
I thought Ed
impression.
had fallen out of bed. But then I realized, how can you fall off a floor? No, that's not true. Ed slept like a log last night, which is true because when I got up, he was in my fireplace. Weird guy. Anyway.
Bent over laughing. But Bill
kids.
Maher fakes laugh
Do you know
all the time.
I did his show once before he retired. I got to do Carson with Carson.
You think the kids
Another manifestation.
know who that is?
I
What
hope
percentage?
so.
Some do. I mean,
I hope so.
to me, no, many will not.
Many will not, but
We don't know you, Spacey. How are we going to know Johnny Carson? Thank you very much, Johnny Carson. And what's on the show today? Oh, these kids, they keep telling me I'm not cool anymore. Washed up like Carson, Spacey. Okay. Doing the off-Broadway musical. Get your chops up. Okay, TV has made you soft. You have no edge. No fire within you. If you had fire, you'd be burning them calories, brother. And you looking like you need to be burning quite a few. So, why do you think we want to see you on a big screen? Or even a small one? Okay. I'm tiny. I'm on this little tiny screen. Okay. No one's trying to see me. Okay. I know my place. But Spacey's trying to, project this. Whoa. I've really discovered a lot in myself over these occurrences that have happened. People just disappeared. Really know the inner workings of the something. So he wants to bring that to the film. We don't want it, okay? Otherwise, Christopher Nolan would have found a place for you in his gender swapping bullshit of a movie. Odyssey. I'll see you later. Okay, I ain't watching that shit.
God, I miss him.
Oh, I did too.
I really miss him.
But I also say, I even wrote it once. When he died, I did something for Time magazine. I think he died in 2001 or something. And I did say, as much as I gave him his props, that Leno was the right person for his era. You have to be the right person in that job for the era.
Right.
Johnny was great.
Right, exactly. So quit switching, trying to get into our era, okay? Now, in the old Hollywood, they wouldn't need to be fighting for projects. They would have made plenty of money just to kind of ride it out. That's why you saw a lot of these old timers just all went full hermit. Okay, they stayed in their homes. There's no need to go around. They had everything taken care of, because once you get to a certain age, you just can't move anymore. So that financial structure has dissipated, even for the best of them. And Spacey's trying to get some of that Samuel L. Jackson money.
When conversations breathed a little more.
Yep.
When people didn't have smartphones and attention spans like a gnat, and, they had been educated, and, he used to have Gore Vidal on, and then it was just like, the talk show became
we're doing long form.
Just more of a party than a conversation. And
Do you know I played Gore Vidal?
no, but you'd be a great choice.
I played Gore Vidal in a movie that we shot in 2017 in Italy,
What movie?
Rome.
What movie?
It's a movie called Dear Mr. Vidal, and Netflix has shelved it.
See, this is what I mean about show business jail. Okay,
It's, by the way, I've seen it. It's completed. It's ready.
Right.
And it is a shame that they've shelved it because the director, the screenwriter, Michael Skulberg, who plays Gore's lover of 40-something years, I think would win an Academy Award for his performance. The other actors, the crew, they're also being punished, and they shouldn't be. And I hope Netflix grows up about it because it's an incredible movie, and I have to say, I think it's one of the best films I've ever done.
Wow.
So I would love for that movie to finally get seen.
But they own it outright.
They own it.
Yeah.
And they say they don't want to release it. So I say give it to us and we'll get it released. Give it to Paramount.
Well, we can't have people watching movies from bad people.
Oh.
That's what I say.
Oh, I see. I see.
We can't have people watching. Now, did you see the Michael Jackson movie?
I did.
Oh, and he's like, oh, okay, I see where you stand now. He's like, it's going to be a long interview. Wow. So Bill Maher is, playing the gatekeeper here.
From bad people. We can't have.
We'll get it released. Give it to Paramount.
Well, we can't have people watching movies from bad people.
Oh.
That's what I say.
Oh, I see. I see.
We can't have people watching. Now, did you see the Michael Jackson movie?
Wow.
I did not.
I'm joking. You see?
Did you see it?
No, but I'm just saying people are
Oh, I see.
are like,
Yeah.
gaga. It's going to make $1 billion.
Right.
And look, I don't think he should, first of all, as I always say, the music didn't rape anybody,
Well, and also I think the movie takes place at a time when it was before he was ever accused of anything.
I know, but if people were really being consistent about this shit, I mean, fuck, even Oprah came in on the side of, I believe the kids. So, it's so inconsistent. If you
Sure, she believes the kids. Okay. She's been accused of trafficking.
you want to, forgive and just enjoy the art, some people get that pass and some do not. Or some get, again, I think in your case.
I would say this. I don't think art should be fucked with over allegations alone.
Of course not.
That's what I think.
But that part is never going to happen. Humans are humans. They love to believe a rumor.
Yeah, but in the end, I also believe that, we're going to figure this out.
Oh.
It's going to correct itself in a way that I think we'll look back and go, what the fuck were we going through?
I mean, that already has started to take place.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But, it's not like, it's not like that's going to fall easily. Andrew Sullivan had a great line last week. He said, woke isn't dead, it's just waiting.
Like an assassin.
Well,
assassin.
I mean,
9 lives. Okay, like an assassin, 9 lives. He did a movie called 9 Lives.
By the way, do you put this picture up here deliberately?
Why?
It's an Oswald. It's a shot of Oswald being shot.
Well, no, it's you're not looking at it. It's using the original picture of the sheriff and Oswald.
Oh, he's got a microphone.
Yeah, one is playing guitar. He looks. It's making him look like they're in a band.
Oh, I see.
You see?
Fantastic. The Oswald brothers. Yes, I love them.
I mean, Kennedy assassination fans love it. Oliver Stone was here, and he came in his pants.
Love that. Yeah, I'll bet.
Did you ever work with him?
Stone, no.
Oh, what a shame.
No.
What a pairing you guys would be.
Oh, are you kidding? Aren't we both canceled?
No. No, but
he's okay. He's okay.
Well, again, it's so inconsistent. He loves Putin, which is like the epitome of bad man. I mean, you can quibble about certain people.
Have you invited Putin here, by the way?
I have.
Have you?
And look, I didn't think Mike Pence would ever do my show. He did it. Mike Pence?
Mike Pence. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
came out to do the evil Bill Maher show. So I don't put anything past anybody at some, but it's always shifting. Trump changed the rules of what we expect from a president, what a president can do, you know.
But don't you think that's part of the reason that he won?
Absolutely.
People are like, he can do anything he wants. I want to be with that guy.
And there's just it's amazing. He's at the same time the most full of shit person and also the most authentic. I mean, again, to say to somebody, you're a terrible person, say what you want, it's pretty authentic.
You've said it to me 3 times tonight.
Yes.
I don't know what the fuck I did.
Uh-huh. Yes. Okay. So Bill Maher's not going to let this pass. Okay. He's not going to let this interview pass and not say the things that need to be said. Now, that's why I'm not bringing up all these articles. Okay. You know, Bill Maher's doing a pretty good job at all this. Okay. But my first go at this last week before I got legged out. Okay. I went through a few of these. So this is just a quick Google search. And it'll show that it says 3 of Kevin Spacey's accusers died. 1 got hit by a car and they never found the person who was driving the vehicle. 2 others, one of them committed suicide and another one died somehow. And then another one pleaded the 5th. So, I guess, and he got off. And Bill Maher is saying, man, there's just too many, allegations, okay? Where there's smoke, there's fire. Spacey's like, yeah, it's just a small fire, okay? I was drunk, nothing crazy, okay? Just things that people get a smack on the wrist for. Well. Oh, the other one was, the story didn't come out right because he said he walked into a bedroom and there was no bedroom. I lived in a studio. That's what he said. So, what? So Bill Maher's been pressing and Spacey's been feeling the heat. He had to take his glasses off because they've been fogging up.
You've said it to me 3
somebody, you're a terrible person. Say what you want. It's pretty authentic.
You've said it to me 3 times tonight, and I don't know what the fuck I did.
I mean, that's pretty, so, I mean, he is who he is.
Oh.
And
what are you doing for July 4th, by the way? You get some...
I don't know. I'm going to Washington next week. I'm getting this Mark Twain.
Oh, yes, that's right.
So,
congratulations.
But again, the anxiety of whether they're going to cancel it or whatever.
But it's at the Kennedy Center.
Yes. And then they
no longer the Trump Center.
Yes, and I don't know if that's going to rile them up. It's like there's this tiger that's sleeping.
But how would you feel if he suddenly decided at the end of the day to come?
That could happen too.
That could
seriously.
Yeah, that could happen.
Yeah.
But how would that make you feel?
Awesome. What an ending.
Would that? And by the way, would that
Interesting
change
use of
your
language there,
acceptance
Spacey.
speech? Would that? Would you?
No.
Spacey always has that casual, the casual innuendos. Okay, these little casual gay innuendos that he slips in there, and it's what Bill Maher does. Too much.
It's not all about him.
Well, that's your first mistake.
That's all right. Exactly.
Yeah.
That was a perfect smash cut. It's not all about him. Guantanamo, you know, the
right.
classic. Yeah, the classic.
Yeah, that's
with
right.
the
Alligator, whatever that place is in Florida. Yeah.
The guy comes over to you and you spit because that's all you have because you're tied up. Because that's going to make things better.
That's right.
When you're when you can't.
It's
move.
not about him.
What about a comedy? That's what you should do.
Are you
a
kidding?
Comedy.
I love it. Don't you? I did Horrible Bosses. I did Horrible Bosses too. I had such a great time.
Oh, American Beauty.
American Beauty is very funny. A lot of it's very funny.
Oh, it's all funny.
A lot of it. Well, maybe the ending isn't funny.
I don't remember the ending.
Well, of course, because you were asleep watching porn in the hotel room.
I love that movie. It's a great movie. I've seen it more than once, but it was, that's one I could, that's a good idea.
Stomach.
Because it's been long enough. I mean, I certainly remember the performance, which I remember at the time, and I imagine I would still believe, was very much like and deserved to be compared to Dustin Hoffman in...
it was forgettable.
The Graduate. Like, there's no jokes in either movie. No jokes.
That's right.
And yet, it's very funny.
Very funny.
And to pull that off, you know...
Well, hey, we had a great script.
I don't remember him in it at all, except for I know that he was in it. And I know every other actor that was in it. The wife slapped herself in the car, selling houses. Was that Donnie Darko? No, I think that was American Beauty. And then the guy filming the bag, swirling around in the air, is like, it's beautiful. Shut up, it's not. That was back when being introverted was cool. And the cheerleader, you know, with the pedals, okay? I don't remember you, Spacey, okay? I just know your essence was there. Just kind of weird. Slimy. You slimy. Slithering around. Spacey? Well, you ain't slithering anymore. You're rolling around. Please, Spacey. You got to get in shape, brother. Hey, you ain't my brother. But don't take that as a term of endearment, okay? In case my microphone didn't pick that up, I said, you fat.
Sam Mendes was a great director. I knew him from theater. And it was his first film. And it's very funny because, just going back to Jack Lemmon for a second, Sam said to me, he brought the best of theater to that experience. We rehearsed it like for 2 weeks before we started shooting. And it's about the third day of rehearsal, and Sam said to me, when was the last time you watched The Apartment? And I was like, well, I've seen The Apartment many times, but I don't remember the last time I watched it.
I just watched it.
He said, watch it tonight, and then let's you and I talk tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So that night, I watched The Apartment again.
Jack Lemmon.
One of the great movies ever.
Shirley MacLaine.
Fred McMurray. And then I met with Sam the next morning, and he said, the great thing about Lemmon's performance in that film is that no matter what comes at him, no matter what happens, and a lot does, we never see him change. We only see him evolve. And that's what I need you to do as Lester. We don't want to ever see Lester change. We just want to see him evolve.
It's a good thing
And
I
it was
got out
a
of
great piece of direction.
Good thing I got out of acting. I could never pull that off. I mean, it just wasn't my thing. I did it in the 80s when I was a young comic, but it was
Well,
like...
you've made movies, though.
Yeah, I know it. So I'm glad I had
One credit
that's a joke. It's a joke on the movies I did make. Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death. I actually made that one.
Right.
And Pizza Man and DC Cab. Oh, I had a lot of great
But
credits.
what about the guy, Kevin, what's his name from...
Have you seen my Murder, She Wrote?
I have not seen your Murder,
May I
She
send
Wrote.
them to
Oh,
you?
please.
I mean, look.
And by the way, she didn't do her off camera, did she?
What? She wasn't even there for one of them. I'm not fucking with it.
Oh, I got it. Yeah. Apparently, she never did her off camera. Somebody in a wig did her off camera.
She did like 13 of the 22. But no, if you...
Version she wrote. More like set she never went to. No, it doesn't work. Sorry.
I know you're an actor. Whatever you may think about Mr. Spacey in his life,
don't try to be funny.
He's an acting
doesn't work.
maestro. Weren't you the head of the Old Vic?
I was the head of the Old Vic, yes, for 12 years.
I mean, how do you turn that vague idea?
Yeah, let's take a look at his ring. That was a good shot of Spacey's ring. Okay, we can get a little bit closer this time. This is some kind of Knights Templar. No, definitely not that, but some 33-degree kind of thing. Again, he's got some kind of seal on there, an impression of an image that you would then just, press that on melted red wax as you send your death scroll to people and pretend. Okay. Not in real life, allegedly.
Head of the Old Vic, yes, for 12 years.
I mean, how do you turn that vague idea of change and evolution into like what you're actually doing or saying?
But it's the greatest thing when something...
Evolve.
Look, there's a lot of things you can do when you're preparing for a part, whether it's a play or a movie. You can read a lot of stuff. You can, take in a lot of stuff. But it's the things that make it active for you that you can actually play that for me are very exciting. So when a director can say something to me that I can understand that as an idea.
You suck! How about that, Spacey? You suck! Take that direction and run with it.
And it gives me the energy and the focus to move in that direction. I don't know whether it's going to work or not, but it opens me up to trying something in a way that I've never done it before. I've been so fortunate with the directors I've worked with.
Lose 35
That's why
pounds.
I never progressed as an actor. That's gutsy. I was just not willing to be gutsy like that. I was a comic.
Oh, gutsy.
It was a whole different thing.
Spacey is gutsy.
But don't you think, I mean, look, I always think the writing of comedy, the figuring out of bits, all that stuff it's always a risk because you never know whether it's going to land or not land.
Sweetheart,
right?
Nothing is worse than the first 2 years in comedy. Whatever you
buttering them up.
That's the brutal,
Right.
Two drunks at 2 a.m,
right.
Nobody laughing, nobody encouraging you, poor, just everything bad.
Right.
And the worst part, wondering if you were, oh, Jesus Christ, am I going to be one of the people who's on, it's like in the army, am I going to be the one who gets shot on this charge,
right.
And
was there a, because I've had moments in my experience where I gave a performance, something happened on stage, something that gave me
weird hand movements,
confidence that I was actually an actor and I was going to do it. Were there moments where something happened in front of an audience that
I got laughs. What are you fucking talking about? Of course, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
They started laughing.
I was looking for something more profound than just they started laughing.
You're more of show business than in it, aren't you?
Got it, right.
I think I was telling somebody this recently. I can't remember the date. June 20th, 1980, when I did a full 15 minutes and they laughed from beginning to end. It was just, wow. You did a set and they laughed. It was a Saturday.
Look at that Kevin Spacey tabletop he's got. He's got a built-in tabletop with that belly. Okay? You don't see Bill Maher with a big old belly, his hands across there, So, too much Jack and Coke. He went straight for the cola. Okay, I haven't had a carbonated drink in over a decade and a half. Okay, you put in Coke in your system. That stuff eats away rust. Boomer. Okay, that's boomer behavior. Drinking cola. And he's just all nice and comfortable on his built-in tabletop. Belly. Kevin Spacey. You better. That whole thing needs these. I mean, look at Bill Maher here. I mean, he might have a six-pack. Okay, he's in. He lives in Malibu. Okay, he's walking the beach. Catching a couple waves after he goes to Trinkus. Brings his board with him. And Spacey's just up there wanting projects to come to him. Yeah. We need to put the Michael Bean carrot in front of you and get you a glow up like Jamie Kennedy.
It was cake, so the audience was.
And where was it?
It was Catch a Rising Star.
Wow.
And it was. I mean, I remember that more than like, my whatever other great acme of achievement I may have achieved. Right. Was like, no, that because it was sort of like a stamping of your past. Like, oh, okay, I can like get on this ship at least. I'll be at the lowest rung, but it'll be on the thing.
Well, this is why I disagree with Wanda Sykes. We need more of you, not less.
Oh, yeah. Were you there at the Golden?
No, I know about that.
Oh,
yeah.
That's so funny. It's so funny that people ask me about that. Like, I thought it was like
trying to
nothing.
do a jab.
And then I talked to her after, and it was nothing. And then, but it just as when people want to like, make something, they just do.
Yeah.
They just,
Right. You're telling Spacey that, huh? And Spacey's like, yeah, I kind of know that. But where they true, I don't know. Literally, I can tell, but they're gone.
It's fun, but no, I did. If there's a beef, I don't know about it.
Right.
And then somebody asked me the other day about what she said on a podcast, and or what do you think? I said I hadn't heard. I'm not on really social media.
Well, there's something.
Are you on social media, Kevin?
A tiny bit.
What do you say?
But Evan does most of it because he's afraid I'm going to like something I shouldn't like.
But I mean, when the phone is in your hand.
No, I'm not. No.
What are you on?
Not really. No.
Not really?
I feel like you're a little.
But this is what I find crazy.
Oh, change the subject.
If someone has a problem with you, why don't they pick up a phone and call you and tell you? Why do they wait until they're sitting in front of a journalist and then they turn it into a story? I think that if you have a problem with somebody,
it's called farming.
Then you should tell them. You should confront them.
No, you got a problem. You should tell them. You should. And he's pointing to Bill Maher. Like how you've been doing to me this whole time, Bill Maher. You told me you were going to be kind to me. Evan told me you were cool. You've been keeping me in the hot seat too long. Throw me a lifeline. Never. Okay. This is Bill Maher's time to redeem himself from all of his stuff that he's been up to.
Them about it and not just wait until. I'm just talking about in general. I tend to see a lot of these things where people attack someone in an interview and say something negative about them in an interview that they didn't clearly say to them directly.
A lot of generalities.
And that's kind of how I felt about what she did.
I feel like all the rules have just sort of been let to slide. A lot of articles in respectable papers. It's so obvious, like, this is what we want to say, and then we call up somebody who we know agrees with it. They say we're expert, and you're like, oh, look at what the expert said. Yeah, that's why he's an expert.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
And it's okay, but I always feel like I'm being funneled toward an opinion instead of just given the facts.
That's right.
Ma'am. Remember Jack Webb?
Well, I've watched a number of these interviews that you've done, and you always take the side of I want the whole story, not just a piece of the story.
Because I'm Scott Pelley, and this is 60 minutes.
This is 60 minutes.
What did you think of that?
I mean,
what did you think of that? What's an interesting question? Scott Pelley, who you know the whole story.
I sort of followed it.
Okay, so. Paramount, which owns CBS, got bought by David Ellison.
That's right.
Son of billionaire Larry Ellison.
That's right.
And merged it with a smaller company of his. Okay, he's 40 or something, and they are close to Trump. Not close, like they're not MAGA, they're not going to fights on the lawn, I don't think.
But what they have done is they've stood up for Israel.
Yeah.
They have absolutely hired people who no one else would hire.
Right.
Johnny Depp, Brett Ratner, the list goes on. They're unafraid, and I have great respect for what they're doing.
Oh, great.
Oh, great. Let me get back to my point. He's parroting, okay? This is the propaganda parrot. He pro-Israel. Yep. He's... Oh, now his glasses are getting a little foggy.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I don't know how it'll come out, but in general, I understand people's qualms because the Trump administration, it's the crazy corrupt things with crypto and tariffs. There's always a side deal.
Did you have no money in SpaceX?
For the family. It's just, how he does.
Imagine what would happen if a Democrat was president. Okay? All the things that have finally just taken it easy for a bit wouldn't have been eased up. Okay? It would just kept going and going. So people are all upset about this, that, or the other thing. I don't know. I don't follow that shit. All I knew is you made an office? Oh, thank God. Maybe be a few less rainbow days. Good God. All of the rainbow flags and celebration and it's too much. Okay, even the trans community was like, "Hey, don't let me into all this shit. This is psyop." Okay, so
it's a business, I wet my beak. But the other side would say 60 Minutes was too left to begin with, and this is moving to the center. I know the person in charge is Barry Weiss. I like Barry a lot. Mm-hmm. I mean, we have a history. I love the free press. She's a Jewish lesbian. I don't think she's some sort of radical Trumper. Nobody gives somebody a chance. I mean, Scott Pelley, to be like this guy, the new guy, and, companies change hands all the time. He comes in, this guy, Nick, and Scott Pelley attacks it in the how are you meeting? The bagels are in the back. And he's like, you will never be respected here. And it's like, how could you not think you were going to get fired?
Right.
I mean.
Look, I can only tell you this, that the right, if you're going to label.
Dramatic pause.
People right or left. The right. And very significant figures on the right, like Douglas Murray.
Love him.
Incredible man, who Evan also represents.
Douglas Murray? Have you been there? Have you been there? Yeah, no, we're good. Douglas Murray, we don't need your commentary. Have you ever been? We don't need to go everywhere to have an opinion about it, okay?
All the troublemakers.
Oh, yeah. People like Douglas and others on the right have been so publicly supportive of me and believe that I was not given due process and have been out there for me and supporting me.
Because you're bad and they're bad.
Fine, if that's what you want to think.
Oh,
But on the left, not a single journalist has stood up and said anything in my favor for 9 years.
Oh, I have gotten on my own network about Woody Allen, and I don't want to pick on Scabs, but we just disagree. He was here, and
yeah, I watched that. He was very good. He was wonderful.
Pretty good.
Yeah, no, I'm not lofty. There's no loftiness.
Okay, now do Woody in bed with Johnny Carson, and include a reach around.
Well, what are you going to do with that golf club? Wait a second. Hey.
Golf club. Wow. Oh. Is that a little slip of the mask, Spacey? Showing us your technique? Golf club?
Oh, it's like we're doing improv comedy.
And why not?
Were you ever an improv comic? I wasn't.
I wasn't really an improv. I mean, I did it in class and things like that, but no, I was generally doing Katharine Hepburn, Jimmy Stewart in odd situations, like Jimmy Stewart in a laundromat running out of coin.
Wait, let me get Ed Sullivan to introduce this. Hello,
Katharine Hepburn.
We have a very fine,
wonderful actor,
impressionist. He's works all the clubs. Kevin Spacey
doing his Katharine Hepburn. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Can you imagine if she came here, she'd rearrange the furniture. Let us be the color.
Kids, I'm going to make a list of all the people we've been talking about.
Color the wall
You
with
don't
you.
know. And then you gotta just give us this. If we're still talking about them, they must have been pretty good.
Pretty
right?
good.
I mean, it is
you can talk about bad
amazing
stuff.
how ephemeral show business.
I want to just
Notoriety.
briefly touch on an area that I think you have some very strong opinions about, which is AI.
Oh, yes.
Because I'd love to sort of hear what your stance is on.
Well,
AI.
I mean, obviously there's great possibilities there. As someone who is 70, I'm counting on them. I mean, figure this shit out. Like, where are you, AI? Come on, cancer, let's go. Let's go. I thought you were the smartest dude ever.
Okay. I think Bill Maher has gotten a bit of maybe a cancer scare. Okay, he's been saying this a couple times now. And this is around the time where he switched from drinking whiskey to tequila. And he hasn't been smoking as much. Been more irritated. And, maybe he's got you said that a few times now. So it's another reason why I would like to, kind of, to watch Bill Maher, because we don't know how long we've got. Okay, he's already 70. Did Johnny Carson do his show when he's 70? So Bill Maher is needing AI to figure out cancer. Colon cancer. What is it? A little bit of the lung.
I mean, should I really be giving up all I'm giving up if you can't figure out cancer? Right. When I say figure out, I mean like going to the doctor and him saying, oh, you have a cancer of the blah, 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 and
boom,
we know what causes it, and we know exactly what to give you.
Right.
That's what I mean by figuring out. If you
Right.
can't do that, then, you know.
Then all the other shit doesn't.
Well, the fact that, you know, the father of the whole AI industry, Jeffrey Hinton, said he thought there was a 10 to 20% chance that it was an extinction event to move for. And so did Musk. Musk, for all the things he's done that are a little nutty, he got this right. He
Yeah, and a lot of people have been quitting.
said it before it wasn't even on my radar, way back, like 2014. He was like, I'm very worried about AI and where this is going and how this goes. And I see exactly what they're talking about now. I see it when I pull out of my driveway because every fucking car does what it wants. Now, my driveway, like yours and I'm sure everybody else's, connects to the street. So when I'm at the end of it, I'm at kind of a T. And sometimes because it's a street, cars are going by. Yeah. I can see them. I don't need my fucking car. But, yes, I know. I see the car right in front of me. Before I had you, I never once plowed right into a car on the street as I was coming out of my driveway. Right. I actually actively worked to avoid that. But now this fucking thing...
There's that Coke again.
Thinks that I need to be yelled at. If I wanted to be nagged, I'd get married. I say it to it all the time. And I can't turn that off because it's for safety. Right. Safety. Right. And, you know...
Safety or sanity.
I see why people, they're not going to get me, but I see why people go toward the, I want my freedom. You know?
I like that guy. By the way, I like that guy a lot.
I am that guy at times. At times, sure. I think we all are.
Sure.
We all want our freedom.
And do you think there are, I mean, Spacey? It's very interesting how the film industry talks about AI, and there's all these debates and all these questions about what will it do, and will it take parts away from actors, and will everything get...
It's already doing that. You know who I'm fucking? Tilly Norwood. Do you know who that? You know who that is?
No idea.
She's the AI actress that is quite popular. I mean,
and how is that fuck?
Well, I found out she's fucking like 6 million other guys.
Well, you're kind of used to that, aren't you? Oh, wait a second.
That was a good, not accurate, but a perfect line.
Because it's interesting. People ask questions about, you know,
Spacey. You'll throw in some jabs, okay? It's like, hey, man, you've been keeping me in the hot seat. Well, I'm going to say my shit, too. Now, if it was under different circumstances, I would think that this is pretty funny. But, you know, he's got those allegations, you know? So, and that's what Bill Maher was saying. He's like, yeah, you know, Netflix isn't going to put your new film out because people don't want to see bad people. Okay, we don't want to watch things from bad people. He said that. Okay. So, but Spacey will, you know, give it a little shake.
You go to a film festival and people ask questions about how I feel about AI. And I say, well, all I know is that the memories that I have
he's like,
of working with incredible directors and phenomenal actors and screenwriters, moments I've had in rehearsal rooms where something happened that wasn't expected. Someone went in a different direction and we discovered something.
Yeah, who cares? It's like, ooh, I want something unexpected. I wasn't expecting that. I've been saying my lines this whole time and you said something different and something different happened. That's wild, okay? You need new life experiences so that you don't think that that's a big deal. Called going with the flow.
There's moments I've had in rehearsal rooms where something happened that wasn't expected. someone went in a different direction and we discovered something in a scene.
Can't do that.
The AI can't do any of that. And that's about trust, and that's about working and collaborating with other human beings. And I just don't have any fear about that being replaced.
Fear. What do
If
you
you
have fear
have
of?
to ask AI every question you need an answer for, that's not the way that creative things happen.
That's not, I agree. That's not my fear or beef with AI, my own personal job. I think I'll be the last man standing against AI. My fear is that
97 he'll be, and now we have Mike Pence again, for Christ's sake.
No, I don't think it'll take that long. But I do think that
They have a lamp up there. They don't even use it. They have a lamp up there, and they don't even use it. Get rid of the lamp if you're not going to use it. That is, again, the cheapest, ugliest lamp. Does nothing. Hate that lamp. Hate that lamp.
I do think that they will get hold of decision making. I mean, already, right now, in the present, there is a big debate over what Anthropic can do with their latest Claude. And there are already people saying, the head of the company is, to his credit, we are not going to sell you this until we are assured there is a human in the chain of command. Mm-hmm. And I can see, like everything else in Washington, that maybe they put it in now, maybe they get rid of it later. I mean, they never said there was going to be an income tax. You know, and then it was when they started, it was like, well, it'll never be more than 2%. You know, and now,
but don't you find it interesting that, for example, someone like Martin Scorsese has just joined the board of an AI company, and he is the person who has fought about film and fought about the industry, and now people have come out against him because he said we should embrace whatever the advances in filmmaking can be.
Okay, first off, could we just not always have to come out against?
Well, I mean,
can't we just
exactly? Yeah. Yes, that you have 100% of my opinion. Absolutely, yes. I wish we didn't have to do that.
Yeah. As soon as I saw it, I knew people would come out against because you just can't disagree.
Yeah, because because you know what the journalists do. They sow Twitter on fire.
Oh, right.
Internet goes crazy. It's like
people.
9 people.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a guy quoting his mom.
That's right.
I know. It's just ridiculous. But
I've seen our stuff,
and see that would just make
we're making waves. Okay, we make waves here, and they've sent us some subliminals, letting us know that they've seen our stuff. Okay, and you have to understand. Okay, this is the time where we all have a voice. All right, this is the uprising. And the world's not just for you, Spacey.
Make me not want to come out against Martin.
That's right.
It would make me want to talk to him.
Yeah,
has he not earned, through his work as an auteur, the right to be heard out on an issue which is in flux all the time?
And by the way, if he's getting paid for it, I have no problem with that.
If he's saying, I'm worried about AI in this existential way, but for the movies, yes, it can be very good. That's a reasonable position because both things can be true.
That's right. Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah, it's this weird thing. The sort of woke world of it all it reminds me of. I think Sean Penn said it better than anyone could have said it. Certainly better than I could have said it. He said it's gotten to the point now where if you aren't actually a Danish prince, you can't play Hamlet.
No.
I went, that's really accurate.
Right. I mean, and that certainly applies to the gay thing because, this whole idea that you have to be gay to play gay, Do you agree with that? No.
Well, not only do I agree with it, but I feel for these younger actors and actresses that I see talk about. They're playing a...
Hold on. Don't even get... I mean, come on. You got to be gay in order to play gay. What about all the times where you had to be straight, but you're gay? Okay, that's why everyone didn't talk about them being gay. Okay, because there's too many straight roles, because that's what we wanted to see. Then people start coming out with gay movies and no one's going to see them. They blame everyone, saying that they're homophobic. No, we just don't want to see that. That's a small minority of people that want to see that. So now, oh no, you gotta be gay in order to play gay. No, go for it, whatever, you know. But with that same logic, you've been spending decades on the wrong side of history.
A character in a TV series that's quite popular where they're playing a gay character and they feel so much pressure about declaring what they are and who they are that people are sort of at...
It's like, oh, I'm a wizard. I play a wizard in this movie or this TV show, and all the wizards they're really after me on this one. No, just play the character. They had the guy in Modern Family, the big guy who was summoning his mother. Okay, he was acting like his mother, and it was his gay character. And then he acts really butch whenever you see him in interviews outside of the TV show. He's like, oh yeah, I was watching football, and it's like, okay, yeah, right. So even he was saying, yeah, people are not too happy with me, and because it was right at the time that everyone thought they had a voice. Imagine thinking that you have a voice. Okay, no one cares. Leave it to the elites. But he was voicing how people are not liking how he was playing a gay character and he was straight. Well, right. What about acting? Okay, isn't that what it's supposed to be? But people are so caught up in reality that no one can play a role. But I'm tired of the gender swapping. I'm tired of the race swapping. Okay? I don't need no race swapping. Okay? You can't tell me you're the Helen of Troy, whatever, and looking like you do. Okay? I'm Greek, bitch. I'm Mediterranean. I'm a motherfucking Viking. And I got passed up for that shit. You don't hear me bitching about it. Shit. No, I am quite upset about that. Seriously. Keep the stories. Okay, we need our mythology. Okay, that's how there's cohesion within a people group, is their mythos. And you're messing with our mythos. We need the mythologies. So they're taking away God, replacing it with AI. They're taking away the elders, replacing it with Google. No more experts. No more mentors. Now we got to log in order to gain access to information.
21 years old, before they really know, are feeling all this pressure publicly to come out or not come out. And I think that, you know, coming out is not easy. It was not easy for me, although I was, for many years, people within the gay community made jokes about me as if being famous and coming out was like an easy thing. It was actually not an easy thing, and I resisted it for a long, long time. And for me, I'm sorry that I didn't have that courage earlier in my life.
That forced upon you by the scandal?
No, not at all. I was actually ready to come out for 2 years before the scandal happened. But I'm just saying, much earlier in my career, because there were so many stories about me, there was lots of talk about that I was gay and I just wasn't out. And rather than the gay community understanding that and saying to me,
boring. I don't want to hear your gay, sob story, okay? Kurt Metzger just did a drop. Now, I'd rather be watching that shit than this. I'm so torn.
We'll be there when you need us. We want you in our community. I always felt that I was being attacked. And that always just was very painful for me.
So painful.
Town is everything its reputation says when they talk about sharks.
Spacey, you don't know what pain is. Okay? You don't know what pain is. Okay, your body has been floating for a long time. Okay, no pain, no gain. You haven't gained anything. You gained weight.
For me.
This town is everything its reputation says when they talk about sharks. And I mean, there's some great stuff, but it is also full of a bunch of phonies and backstabbers. And it's just, and the reason I think is because everybody wants to be in show business and at the pinnacle of it and a star and everything that they think makes life so great. And sometimes it does. You know, there's no denying there's some excitement there, and sometimes it doesn't, but they want it. And so the things that people are willing to do, I mean, there's lots of movies about this. You remember the Oscar from 1960 with, I forget, I think it was Stephen Boyd.
I don't think I know this.
No, the Oscar, he wants the Oscar so bad, and he's just like fucking over everybody.
Oh, really?
And the ending is he's up against, his name is Frank, the character. He fucks up for everybody. And then he thinks he's going to get the Oscar, and the guy's up there reading the thing, and he says, and the winner is Frank Sinatra. And Sinatra does a cameo.
Oh my God.
And that's the big ending.
Oh my God. No, I don't know this.
Oh,
that's so
surprised. You should watch that one. It's a great like soap opera kind of, but big budget, like.
I don't know that movie.
Valley of the Dolls.
Who plays the Frank character?
Him, Stephen Boyd.
Stephen Boyd.
But his character is Frank, but that's just the blow at the end of the movie is.
That's hilarious.
The winner is Frank, and you see him like Sinatra.
Almost getting up, yeah.
I just rewatched The Nutty Professor with Jerry Lewis.
Oh my Lord!
What?
No, just Lewis. Amazing.
Oh yeah.
He's like, what?
I saw him, I think at Bally's Park Place in Vegas with Sammy Davis Jr.
Wow.
They did an evening together.
Wow.
They came out together, did a blah, 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 blah. One of them left.
Right.
Did a blah, blah. One of them left, and they came back together at the end. It was absolutely insane.
Oh my God, I would have loved to see that.
Chakunk. Mm-hmm.
I saw Sammy once in Reno. I was playing Reno. It was probably 1984.
Seen Sammy once in Reno.
Yeah. And Reno is a very small town. I mean, it was like, I would hear it on TV, uttered in the same breath when they were doing plugs as Vegas. And
He'll be at the Star Lounge in Las Vegas, and also Reno and Tahoe. Tahoe was the another.
Right.
And so, like, I thought, and then you get there, and it's like, it was almost like a comedy club. I mean, it was just not a, and I saw Sammy but they all played it. Cosby, everybody, because I guess they were in Vegas. It's like, go up to Reno, it's a drive.
I was, I think, the last performer to do a concert at the Stardust.
In Vegas?
In the Wayne Newton showroom in Vegas. Yeah, because I was doing a tour. So I played Bobby Darin in a film.
Oh, I love
did
that
all the tracks.
Yeah,
I sang all the stuff.
Yes.
And so I went on tour with this band, and we played the Stardust, and it was incredible. That's sort of that kind of Vegas room that really doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I love that movie. What is the title?
Beyond the Sea.
Beyond the Sea, because that was his big hit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, sometimes a person really is sort of like born to play somebody. I mean, you kind of look like him, and
it was amazing. First of all, I had Phil Ramone as my record producer.
Oh, wow.
He did all the tracks, and he was an incredible man. I had Roger Kellaway, who was one of Bobby Darin's accompanists, took him out on the road. He was my piano player. I put Peter Cincotti in the film, playing my conductor. It was one of the great experiences, and we did all the tracks at Abbey Road.
You have this whole other life as a musician, right?
Yeah, I'm doing concerts now.
See, that must lead to temptation. Groupies, musicians, the road.
No.
Like I say,
Not for Spacey.
No. No. I'm at a point now where I'm beyond sort of putting myself in any kind of situation.
You're beyond the sea.
Yeah, I'm beyond the sea, yeah.
You were beyond the sea when you were born.
Wait a second. Hang on a second.
Living in the water, they harder under the sea.
Well, you know, you're...
Kevin Spacey will never get a part in another film. He's in hot water. Kevin Spacey.
Body tells you to slow down.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But
I feel so energized and excited. I mean, I've been very fortunate. Last year, Evan produced a film that we did called Roadworthy that we did with F. Murray Abraham and Billy Zane, and it was a great experience. And
Evan, if you love Spacey, as Spacey loves to tell us that you do, you got to tell him to get in shape. Okay, if you're not at least Bill Maher fit, we don't want to see you on screen.
Billy Zane played Marlon Brando.
That's right.
Because he had
That's
to.
Right.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Well, he looked, it's amazing, really.
That's good.
How much he...
oh, you got the face.
Well, here's the point I'm trying to make, Bill. I can't help this, but I've been calling it Club Abandon. I don't know why. It's just what I feel. I can't.
Wow, you got the face.
I love
that's
Brando.
tough.
Yeah.
You know who did that better than anybody? Jim Carrey.
Oh my God.
He used to do an act at the Comedy Store. I think it was just...
He just used Jim Carrey to one-up Spacey. Kevin Spacey, how does that feel to be outdone by Jim Carrey? Ooh, you don't tell a Juilliard graduate that. Okay. He studied at Juilliard and played the son of his mentor, his real-life mentor. He played his son in a movie. He's manifesting things.
The faces, he would
just turn into someone.
Just turn his face. I can't do it.
He used to, I think maybe his first appearance on Carson, he did Clint Eastwood. But he literally showed you as he like made the face. He made himself become Clint Eastwood in front of your eyes. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I think he's a remarkable person.
He's
also grown and changed and
done some
amazing stuff.
Adult movies.
I mean, and also watching him he's done a couple of college speeches at commencements that have just been beautiful, really beautiful about where he is.
Yeah, I mean, he's a complicated dude. I know that. I don't know him well, but I always liked him. you know, we were never like close. I don't think he gets close. I mean, he's, you know, he's a bit of a manic depressive.
I think he's better now than he's ever been.
Yeah, no, I've
I
been
think
out with him.
He feels that.
You know, and with other people, and yeah, he's not a crazy person, but he just no, he can go into dark moods. You know,
and who can't?
Me. I mean, I would like to think I'm not in. Who knows
I mean,
what's
you must have dark days.
In life, I've had them. They don't happen a lot anymore.
Right.
I mean, at this age...
Well, that's because you're high as a kite.
No, it's because I'm careful as a catfish. I don't know why I
don't know.
Catfish.
What is it? Like, what are you going fishing?
I'm a careful person. Like, I don't do stuff that's going to get me in trouble, even though my reputation is always being in trouble. Like, you're beef with Wanda Sykes. What? Nothing.
What? I said nothing.
You know, I'm a very careful person. I you know, like...
And is that because you're worried about how something might be interpreted, or?
No, I'm worried about pain. Don't I want to stave it off?
Stave it off, yes.
You know, I think I was a nervous child, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was the kid who, like, when they came to get me for kindergarten, I didn't...
Why do you make it sound like it's Blanche Dubois in Streetcar when they came to get me?
Yeah. Not kindergarten. Sorry. I went to kindergarten.
Yes.
Nursery school.
There was
something...
They came to get you for nursery school.
They came to get me. Because one of my first memories of me being on the stairs in our little house, and they came to the door, like the half...
They are drunk.
I've always depended on the kindness of strangers.
Some little purple with flowers on it. Like it was all the other kids, I'm sure, were happy to get into this van with strangers.
Kevin Spacey needs to do reality TV in order to redeem himself. That's the only way that I will watch Kevin Spacey, if he is doing reality TV. Something. You get in Jimmy Kennedy's Content House or something. Okay. I need to see him how he is now, so I can study Kevin Spacey. This enigma.
Nothing weird about that. And I threw a tantrum on the stairs about leaving.
You did not want to get in that van.
I was like, here at home with Mom, I'm into it. You know what? And to the point where I guess they must have had some meeting and when like, this kid, it's going to fuck up nursery school. He really doesn't want to go. Let's just skip it. And they did.
And they did.
And that's why I'm so ignorant today. If I only could have
you could have gotten
that
nursery school, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah. I don't know,
Drunk stories.
What brought that up? What?
You know, I grew up in the Valley. I'm a Valley kid.
Oh, really?
That's right. Thousand Oaks and then the Valley.
Yeah, whenever I read about it, like I think Bret Easton Ellis is a kid who grew up in the Valley. You ever read his
Robert Redford went to Van Nuys High School.
Oh, yeah. That's a little before even our time.
Yeah.
Didn't we just lose him?
We did just lose him.
Wow, what a lion he was.
He's incredible. I've been going through my archives because I've kept everything. So I'm having this experience where I'm doing what would normally happen when you die, which is your relatives go through your stuff. But I've actually been going through it myself, which has been really moving and incredible, and because I kept everything. And I found about 3 months ago a letter that I got. It was probably 1991 or 2. I had gone into audition for Quiz Show, which was a film that Ralph Fiennes did.
Robert Redford directed. About
a quiz show that was...
Famous scandal.
Famous scandal.
Huge scandal.
Yeah, huge scandal
in the year 1959.
That's right. And I'd gone into audition for a part in the movie, and I didn't get it.
Bill Maher Sharp.
But 3 weeks later, I get this letter from Robert Redford thanking me for coming into audition, telling me how great I was, but that he was going to go in a different direction and he just wanted to wish me well with my career. I was like, what fucking director writes an actor he doesn't cast?
And who's the guy in your other story about when you were, who you just told me was
The
like,
mentor.
when you were 13? and
Lemmon.
Okay,
Lemmon.
so now we have Jack Lemmon doing it.
Robert Redford.
Robert Redford.
Yeah.
No.
You have none of these stories?
Nobody ever told me
Listen,
anything
why don't you
good.
make up a story?
You went
Make up
to-
a story
Bill Maher went
that
to
Carson
dinner with
came
Trump.
one night and saw you. Did you do Carson?
But he didn't.
All right, well, somebody who you could...
I did Carson 31 times.
31 times.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I did Carson a lot. From 1982 to like, he left in 92. And then I did it a zillion.
Wow. Bill Maher did Carson 31 times. Okay. 31 times. And now he's doing this show. He's done other shows. You know, these are seasoned performers. Now all we get is shit. These newbies popping up. Trying to take the internet by storm. Okay. I need to see you work.
Zillion times with Jay.
With Jay, yeah.
I mean, Jay's my boy.
Yeah.
One of the few people I look up to.
He was great. I found actually one of the things I found from Jay was two telegrams I found recently. She sent me a telegram saying how happy he was that the Beyond the Sea got great reviews. He was looking forward to seeing it. It was just a telegram he sent me.
A telegram?
A telegram.
What year is this? 1920? A telegram?
Telegrams. I have lots of telegrams from when I did theater. So people would send telegrams to the theater.
What year are we talking about?
Probably was, well, this would have been 2003 or
People were
4.
sending telegrams?
They still send telegrams. Opening nights, you send telegrams.
Okay, I'm ignorant. I didn't.
I'm going to send you a telegram. It's going to say,
How would you even get
go
it?
fuck yourself.
Does he mean like a kid comes in wearing the cap like a bellboy? And a telegram from Mr. Spacey.
Yes, exactly. You're going to get that. Telegram from Mr. Maher.
Telegram for Johnny Asshole. Is there a Johnny Asshole
But here's the other telegram I found from Jay Leno. He wrote me this incredibly beautiful telegram when my mother passed away because he knew how much my mother meant to me. And I thought that was really sweet of him.
You're talking about Leno?
Leno, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I can't. You can't be in a good war with Jay Leno. He's just always going to win.
Oh, he's over here.
He just like he does.
He come around. They brought the drinks trailer, the trolley into your room when you're going to do the show.
Yeah.
And then he comes and say, "What should we talk about tonight? What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about your movie?
Wow.
And it was like so different from Carson because you didn't see Carson. You never
Right.
saw Letterman before he went on.
Nobody ever sees me. I don't know how anybody can do that. You want to save that energy for when you walk out.
That's right. Leno loved to come and see you before.
Save
I
it,
know.
Spacey.
Yeah.
But everybody has their own.
What do you
style.
want to talk about? You want to talk about?
It's true. It's absolutely true.
Say, well, I hear you playing with toy trains. Is that?
Is it true that you met Jack Lemmon? You were like 4? What?
Yeah.
But, as I was saying an hour ago or something, when I had to do that appreciation of Carson in time, I really was glad. I read it back recently for some reason that I did take the moment to give Leno his props that you just, Johnny would not survive right now. Unless he had changed a lot. And that's
Well,
not
no
who
one's
he was.
surviving.
He was gracious. He was.
The whole landscape's changed. You don't even have to. I mean, even the current pillars that should be the pillars of the industry are saying Hollywood's dead. Okay. What do you think that caused that? Huh? Too much public opinion, not enough time for the films to cook. Everyone's got to say their opinion right away. You know, the good movies kind of stay with you. The David Fincher films, you know, they keep you in there for a little bit. Got a lot of wide shots so that when you're done watching the film, it's like you're still in there. Instead of all these close-ups, like you're having a conversation with them. You're not. Okay. But you watch a David Fincher film, you can feel it. You can feel the texture, and stays with you for a while. Christopher Nolan's going to put out a bunch of crap. Oh, man. Everyone's talking about the Odyssey.
It was not loud. It wasn't like screaming to get more attention to the guy. He wasn't, he wasn't partisan.
And he wasn't political.
He was political, just not partisan.
Just not partisan, that's right.
You know, and neither was Jay. They knew how to do that, where they didn't like write off half the
Here's something
country.
interesting. You may disagree or agree with this, but here's something I felt watching and learning as I did. I used to go to the Tonight.
That's why Conan's still good. He's not political. Man. Late Night's dead, okay? Colbert gone. Get him out of here. Kimmel. Oh, crybaby Kimmel. Go cry in the corner, Kimmel. We're done.
Show when I was 16, 17 years old. I still have my ticket stubs from when I went to the Tonight Show.
Really? Wow.
Ticket stubs. And
over a period of time,
telegrams.
I began to realize the difference between Johnny Carson and any other host. Maybe Letterman. But Johnny knew he was the host. And that was the role he played. I always felt Leno played the audience.
Wow, I can't believe I'm here with you. Wow, it's incredible. What am I doing? It's amazing. Sitting next to you is such a great...
He always played the audience, like I'm one of you.
Look,
but Johnny
Jay,
played the host.
Look, Jay's just a stand-up comedy machine. He just is. So, like, you can't blame him for really wanting to just do an hour of stand-up. Because...
No, not at all.
You know,
I'm just saying there's a difference between recognizing why I think Johnny survived as long as he survived.
Yes, but also Jay. They've twice fired him for the crime of being number one. And there was he kept it on.
Yes, I was the second person to be fired for being number one. Yeah, sure. Okay, go ahead.
I mean, 22 years is an incredible run. And, you know, he found a way to be himself in an interview. Part of it when, you know, what Jay really loves is to sit around with other comics and write jokes and do jokes. Right. And it's just, and that's why he's such an amazing guy. You know, during the strike, 20 years ago strike, we were allowed to write our own stuff or something. And we just didn't have the right. I didn't notice any difference in the monologue. He wrote the whole thing himself. He's that kind of a savant.
Did you ever find I always found this sort of just a funny phenomenon with comedians, that you could sit around with a group of comedians in a bar or a club or whatever, and somebody would be telling their jokes. Doing their bits. You know, I got a bit. And they do the bit.
That's not what we sound like.
And you do the bit, and people would go like this. Yeah, that's funny. That'll work. They wouldn't laugh.
There is some.
There would be a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna work. I mean, that's funny. Okay, that's not funny.
Okay, but it's a cliche, like all supermodels are anorexic. You know, it's there's some of that, and not the people I chose to hang out with, because they're all generous.
But so when you were starting out and all that, was there a group of comedians you were?
Yeah, you wouldn't know most of them, but you would know Jerry Seinfeld. He was one of them.
Right.
Larry David was a little before me and on a different club.
Robert Klein.
No, that was a different generation. That was the one Jerry and I and all of us
we just lost Tom Dreesen.
Looked up to. I love Tom, but we did not see Tom and God bless him and Robert Klein in the same rank. Robert Klein was, I would say, more than anyone, the one comedians in my graduating class looked up to. Him and Carlin were the two who were hip. You know, the post-Alan King era, even though Alan King was kind of hip, but it was still a little Borscht Belty.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, sure. But did you ever have those nights where you went and saw somebody get up on stage and you were like, holy fuck, who is that?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen guys have good sets.
Nope.
Yes. And I mean, I'm sure if you ran the names by me, I could think of that. But I mean, Richard Belzer, who never became famous that much as a stand-up comic. That's really
much more famous on Law and Order.
Yes, it's true.
Right, yeah.
Only because he was the world's worst worker. He was so amazingly talented and funny, but he would never write anything down.
Oh, well.
You know, he just got stoned and went on stage. And when he was on fire at Catch a Rising Star, that was the best I've ever seen.
You knew Jay Moore?
Who?
Jay Moore?
Yeah, I know Jay. Yeah. I don't think we were the same. He was not in New York when I was in New York.
Jay took me one night. We were at the Comedy Store watching some comedians, and then he said, should I call Hackett? I said, what? He goes, should I call Hackett? I said, Buddy Hackett? He said, yeah, I know Buddy Hackett.
Really?
I said, it's fucking 1 a.m. He goes, well, he's either up or he's not. So he calls Buddy Hackett, and Buddy Hackett invites us to come to his house in Beverly Hills.
Oh, really?
And I will never forget this evening.
At 1 in the morning?
At 1 in the morning.
Wow.
Buddy Hackett answers the door in his white...
Who was it? Who were you with?
I was with Jay Moore.
Oh, Jay Moore, yeah.
He answers the door. He answers the door in his white...
I don't know why I keep forgetting things.
Okay, so Kevin Spacey was with Jay Moore 1 o'clock in the morning. Now, Jimmy Kennedy had Barry Katz on. Barry Katz is a manager, a producer, a connoisseur of comedians. Okay, he manages comedians. Chappelle, Whitney Cummings, Jay Moore. Everyone in the industry but Jamie Kennedy. And he was a little salty about that. But one thing that Barry Katz said was that Jay Moore had to get sober. Okay. He had to get sober. He fired him. Jay fired Barry Katz when he was not sober. So, Kevin Spacey, what you doing with Jay Moore?
Bathrobe, because I can't imagine why you're... He answers the door in his white bathrobe, and we come in to his house, and Buddy Hackett's literally like,
hey, you want some cheese? You gotta cut it yourself because my wife hates it when I cut the cheese.
And literally, we come in and come out and come in and come out and do jokes, and it was incredible. Incredible.
That generation, I saw Buddy Hackett, this is again right around that time when I was opening for acts in Vegas and Reno, and I was Atlantic City, and I was opening for, I think, a singer named Denise Williams, who had a big hit called Let's Hear It for the Boy, and no other music anyone knew. So she really had to save it for the end. Anyway, and then, comics in town, you could talk your way into getting to see the other comic, professional courtesy. And me and 2 other guys did. And we went
Playing
to see
at the
Buddy.
Trump Tower.
Yes. And he just told guys did. And we went
Playing
to see
at the
Buddy.
Trump Tower.
Hold on, Spacey.
Professional
what kind of
courtesy.
gesture is
And
that?
me and 2 other guys did. And we went
Playing
to see
at the Trump
Buddy.
Put the hand down.
Tower.
Yes, and he just told a bunch of old jokes.
Wow.
That was his act. And then we were allowed to go backstage to where the great man was holding court in his dressing room. And he was such a dick in every possible way. I'm sorry. He was funny. I used to like him on The Tonight Show.
when he was on the Tonight Show, Johnny would go, when Buddy's on, no notes. No notes. We just go, and that was his ultimate compliment.
Sure, that's right.
No pre-interview.
Yeah, sure.
No notes. Just. But yeah,
he will do what he does.
He was he was just every bad thing you could do, like holding court, and if someone like dared to like cough or something, he'd be like, I'm talking. Excuse me, but do you want just totally like hit on a bad looking middle-aged woman, like, which was sad, and then toddled off, like, scarfing all the liquor. He must have, every night he could, like, take the actual liquor, and it was a box full of food and liquor that was in the dressing room that he went out to his limo, which was 10 feet away.
Oh, my God. What a legend.
I loved him.
What a legend. I mean, he's a legend. Come on.
I'm sorry, that's my memory. Maybe he was great all the other days of his life. That's very possible. I absolutely think that's possible. I caught him on a bad night, but that's funny. What I saw.
But did you ever sit down with somebody who was legendary, who you really felt a connection with?
Alan King. Same era.
Yeah.
I was in also Atlantic City. So I saw him in the audience. I was very impressed as a 28-year-old comic. He was such a master, and it was not unhip.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't like outrageous. It wasn't Carlin, but it was things like, you could look up the year because I remember the joke.
Don't tell that to Harlan.
People tell me I'm middle-aged. I'm 58.
Harlan doesn't like Carlin. Harlan Williams calling out Carlin as a crack pipe. Carlin. It's part of the... It's like Bill Maher's part of the Carlin cult. Everyone talking about Carlin. Richard Pryor. Okay. Although I did see some of Richard Pryor's his bit about the mafia. And he did a Italian mafia impression. And it was good. It was funny. But forgettable. Comedy is forgettable. No, I'm not. I see stand-up on the way out. Stand-up comedy is on the way out. Something bigger is on the horizon, folks. Okay, we're done with the stand-up.
Yeah, if I live to 116. It's kind of it's kind of basic, but it's so true.
Yeah, right.
That you just get a great delivery, and then he stayed up and just drank us under the table at his age. Me and Dennis Wolfberg, I think, was the other comic, God rest his soul, and we were just drinking at the bar. For hours is my recollection. And
I have to share with you something I've never said publicly.
Oh, boy.
But I think you'll appreciate it.
I'm straight.
So, I
Oh, okay, so it's lagging still? No, that's definitely on my end. I was changing the settings real quick because I'm showing that it's lagging. Yeah, it's running pretty high right now. Yikes. Let me know if it's still lagging here.
did the Carson Show, 1990, because I'd done a television movie about Jim and Tammy Baker with Bernadette Peters, and I played Jim Baker. So Carson, who had such a field day, not Tammy, strangely enough, but Carson had such a field day with the Bakers, wanted to have the actor who played Jim Baker on the show. Yeah. So I got booked on The Tonight Show.
Oh.
But by the time I got on the show, there had been an elderly woman who ran a, Midwest newspaper called the Longtown News or something, Robert Klein, and then me.
He's on the edge of his seat.
And by the time I got on the show, I had a minute and a half with a clip. And they were going to let me, and Carson was going to let me do my impression of him, which he didn't normally like. But he'd seen these tapes of me doing him, and he was going to let me do the bit. But we didn't get to it. And literally, the reason it was worth doing was because of what happened in the commercial break. So he said, we'll be right back. And when we came back, it was good night, right? So I'd done the clip, talked about the movie, that was it. He said, we'll be right back. And then when they came back after the commercial, the show was over.
Yeah.
And he leaned over to me quietly. He said, listen, he said, I'm really sorry we didn't get to the bit. I was looking forward to it, but I couldn't get the old woman to shut the fuck up. And Robert Klein decides to be funny for the first time in 6 years. Who knew?
That is so
And I was
awesome.
like, oh my God, that was the greatest line ever.
All right, then I'm going to tell you my Carson story, even though I've told it here before. I'll make it quick. His last time I did it in '92, right before Jay was about to take over, and he's in his parking lot, and I'm walking out, and his car won't start.
The Mercedes?
No, this was a Corvette, I think he had. This is 1992. And, you know, Jay, the famous car guy. And I said to him, boy, I bet you Jay Leno would know what to do. He knows everything about cars. And Johnny looked up ice cold and went, yeah, we'll find out how much he knows about television. Just cold as
fantastic.
So no, yours is fantastic too.
Fantastic.
I love first time in 6 years. That's just
it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
No, I remember. I mean, I guess we're telling tales out of school. We might as well.
Might as well.
I remember him ragging on.
Because God knows I got nothing. Okay, shit, man. This is some boring ass shit, man. I need some scandal. You can't just front load it for your YouTuber views. Okay? I need something in the middle. The cream filling. This is nothing. Folks, we are in transition, folks. The format transition has begun. Okay, you can't be sitting watching these videos, these interviews. Okay, just to have a fresh eye. Oh God, let's just have a fresh eye and we can see everything. Fuck a fresh eye. I need a rehearsed script. I need a clip to play. It's hard mining for the comedy. I'm mining. No, I appreciate you guys hanging in there. This is having some technical issues here.
Bob Hope. I didn't talk to him a lot, but I did see him, the young comic, waiting in the wings, and he comes down before he went to the monologue. He was not unamenable to saying hello.
Sure.
And you know, kind of kibitzing for a minute before we went on. I remember once, and it was always bitching. One time he was bitching about Ed not getting a new warm-up act. Like, get a new joke, for God's sakes. I think he thought there was a receptive ear in a young comic. Like, for Christ's sake, I've heard the same. And then the other time was, what we were just talking about, that there was, Bob Hope.
Yeah.
Bob Hope, I must have prompted him, because I don't think he would have just volunteered it. Who knows? He was kind of a surly guy, but Bob Hope was on, and I must have said, like, you know, boy, exciting, huh, Bob Hope? And he went off on what a dick. But you think Buddy Hackett's a dick?
Yeah.
And he just did not like that Bob Hope was this 800-pound gorilla at NBC.
That's right.
And that even Johnny Carson could be kind of bullied a little by. And he was a terrible guest.
I think he was a terrible guest. I think that everything had to be scripted. And he didn't like Bob Hope for lots of reasons. But yeah, I've understood. Because, you know, I don't know if you know, I narrated the documentary about Johnny Carson on PBS.
I vaguely
which I
remember.
pursued because I had such
yeah.
admiration for him, and I pursued it. And I think, yeah, Hope was not someone he was.
I mean, Bob Hope has a terrible reputation. Jack Warner has. I mean, people were huge bricks.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
if you had been around 100 years ago,
I would have fit right in. There you are.
No, but I mean, it's just nobody would. It's the things that. Did you see the Marilyn movie that Anna de Armas did?
Yes. Yes.
Disturbing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we don't know what it was like when she was in bed with Jack Kennedy.
No.
But the portrayal in the movie was like, I would have rather seen like a nuclear war movie.
Yeah.
These are not boring times we live in. I mean, things are, it's funny, we do have this big July 4th birthday coming up. And so, you know, I was asking the troops today, like, we got to because then we're off for a month. So like next week, a week from Friday is the last thing we can.
And what do you do over the summer? Where do you go? Do you go anywhere? Do you?
I don't go many places. I mean,
don't what?
No, I spent 40 years like going every other weekend. You know, I mean, I did it in the last 25 years as easy as you could with a plane and, you know, only gone for 2 days at a time. Very easy, but still, I stopped last year. It's just, it's a pleasure to wake up in my own bed every day.
Sure.
You know, I mean, I miss...
And do you still go out and do occasional...
No, you can't do it occasionally.
You can't?
No, you have to be in practice.
Oh, I see.
It's not playing
you
the...
do.
Because you can't just go out.
The old holy comedy circuit. You can't just stand up and say jokes. It's got to be rehearsed. No. Pathetic.
No, I'm going to try this one night.
I mean,
you got to know it's going to land.
And you'll suck.
Yeah.
And I won't do that. I mean, comics have tried to do that many times. Sometimes they get famous and they think, oh, now I don't really have to. I just go back to it. My name will sell. It will sell tickets, and then the ticket holders.
But when you
will
get to 80,
disappointed.
when you get to 80, you can do it like Bob Newhart. You just show up and you show clips, and you know you talk about the career you've had.
No, please, just shoot me on the front lawn.
He's going to be a clip commentator like us? Shit, Bill Maher. Trying to take my format? Gee.
If that, just please somebody snipe me out. Send a drone. If that's what I'm doing, you know, that's
send a drone.
Yeah, something, you know, that's the Bob Hope line that he famously said about, like, Bob, why do you go on the road 250 days out of the year? And he said something like, because the gardeners don't applaud, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And he did. I think no, I don't know if this is lore, but they said he every night got a hooker.
Right. Oh, really?
I mean, look, this is just scuttlebutt. It could not be true very easily, but not preventing me from repeating it. It doesn't ring untrue. I mean, he was kind of known to be, you know...
don't be giving Spacey any ideas.
And Dolores, it was just, you know, I don't want to get into the Hope's marriage. I really don't.
Thank you.
I mean...
Yeah, you know, we've gone really downhill when that's the person we can say the shittiest stuff about is Bob Hope.
It'd be funny if this was like a horror movie and we have this.
Yeah. Well, didn't Bob Hope have the whole, you know, he was kind of connected to MK Ultra, right? They doing them shows. They have the women assassins all brainwashed. And they go and do these Bob Hope shows in different parts of the world and send messages to these high-ranking officials. And I remember doing it.
Discussion, and then you go upstage and you stumble upon some papers and you see like everything that I said was scripted.
Yes, that's right. Everything was scripted.
Yeah, look at this. He was planning on talking about
He
Bob
knew he was
Hope.
going to ask about Bob Hope. How did he know that?
But, you know, I remember when he was, I was driving back from
Wrap it up,
college and
folks.
they were having like his,
We're gonna be
I think
wrapping
it was
up
his
here in a little
75th birthday. And they made a very big deal of it.
An NBC special.
He got like 4 specials a year.
Sure, exactly.
And he would go on Johnny to plug every one, and that's
right.
what Johnny didn't like.
That's
it was
right. That's what
Bob,
Johnny hated,
it's not,
yeah.
we're not asking. Bob is coming on Thursday.
That's right.
And he's the lead guest.
That's right.
I told this story too, but it's just too funny. You'll love it. I was on with Bob that night. It must have been that night. So I'm on the couch, and Johnny just is like, "Oh God, I don't know what to do with this guy. He's a terrible talker, even though he's known to be this genius comic. Right. But I hate talking to him." So we just got a bunch of stills. So I'll show the stills, and then Bob will go comment. And one was Bob, and he's dressed as the Pope with the big Pope hat. And Bob's comment was, "Yeah, there I'm the Pope."
Oh, he's stoned now. He's got that Woody Harrelson. He's got that Woody Harrelson weed. Okay. Now, when he starts giggling like that, you know he's got that sweet sativa. And even Kevin Spacey's getting in on the vibe, the energy man.
That was his old comment?
Yeah.
There I'm the Pope. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Christ.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the old days, huh? We're like, we could do the Sunshine Boys. Wasn't that Jack Lemmon? No.
Lemmon didn't do the Sunshine Boys. No, you know who did the
Massa?
Sunshine Boys was Dick Van Dyke did it with his brother. And George Burns did the Sunshine Boys.
Okay.
That's right.
Well, that's what I mean about, like, hurry up and playing these late middle age. Because that's something.
You want me to do
Time's
the Sunshine
ticking,
Boys?
Spacey.
Is that what
Not
you're
saying that, not yet.
Oh, not yet.
I'm saying you don't have to do that yet.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
But
right.
unless AI is a miracle worker, in 10 years, you might have to.
No, I got AI. I got a bunch of projects in the future that I'm very excited about. I got a new one-man show. I played Clarence Darrow, which I'm going to try
There it
to
is,
do
off
again.
Broadway. That's why I
because
mentioned.
I've learned so much now about actually being in court that playing Clarence Darrow's.
That's what I said too. Okay. He's been searching inwardly. So he's got all these experiences now. So he wants to, he knows the law, he knows court, so he can really play something good. Play the truth of the matter.
Going to take on a whole new aspect.
I mean, court itself seems like quite a punishment. Just because it's such an unpleasant, stressful place to be.
Well, it's also, you learn a lot. I mean, look, Evan and I both, I think Evan deserves a law degree now because he's been so involved in all the cases that we've done and been such an influence on them.
Evan is your lover.
Yeah,
Evan is my partner, but my business partner, not my partner. My
I'm
business
just
partner.
prying.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
Thank you, Bill.
But we've learned a lot about the sort of legal system, and so I'd like to do the Clarence Darrow again. But I'm going to do a one-man show about who I think is one of the great filmmakers ever, whom a lot of people don't know, which shocks me. But it's Preston Sturges.
Oh.
Who I adore and who I want to
Like, what are
introduce to
his
the
big
world.
movies? I could pick them out
Lady Eve, The Palm Beach Story.
Palm Beach Story, very famous.
Hail the Hot Conquering Hero.
Oh, yeah.
He was an incredible
Screwball
filmmaker.
30s comedy.
Screwball 30s comedies and incredible.
But who else did you just say before that? Clarence Darrow.
Clarence Darrow was
See,
a lawyer.
let's tell the kids why he's like a big...
Well, Clarence Darrow's most famous case was the Scopes Monkey trial.
Right.
Which has been turned into a movie many times called Inherit the Wind.
Yes.
It's also a play, which I have done. But he had a lot of...
100 years
Leopold
ago.
and Loeb was another huge case of his in Chicago.
But Inherit the Wind's a great play.
Inherit the Wind is a great play.
And a great movie with Frederick March and Spencer Tracy.
But also
right?
Orson Welles played him. Henry Fonda's played him.
Oh, wow.
Spencer Tracy did that movie.
Really?
We're going to
a lot
clips
of different
after
actors
this.
Have played that
Yeah,
same
it was
film.
100 years ago.
I can't watch
and
this
it was
stuff anymore.
a
Oh, my
trial
God.
called the Monkey Trial because in Tennessee, I think it was, in the
A
South,
teacher was trying to teach
evolution. And,
I'm going to watch TikTok clips. I'm going to watch TikTok clips and commentate on the fatigue that everyone's having. Because, good God, there's nothing of value in this interview, Spacey. Okay. Man up. Show that you want it. I need to see some fight in you. I'm not trying to see a Spacey film. I've seen 10 minutes of a House of Cards episode. I didn't even see House of Cards. You ain't on my radar. Okay, Spacey, I want you to know that, okay? You're not on my radar. You're not Daniel Day-Lewis.
Tennessee, all you could teach was the Bible.
And, you know, for people who think, you know, we just never get better, we do get better.
Yeah.
They only do that in Texas now. No. I mean, look, Baptists are going to Baptist.
Yeah.
They're just gonna, you know. I mean, you can say, oh, you know, you criticize this culture, but what about the Baptists who women say their wives should submit?
Yeah. What about, hey, Bill Maher, what about Muslims? Huh? What do you think about them?
That's in Baptist thing,
That's
and
right.
women will kind of say,
Yeah,
well,
what is
and it doesn't mean get raped, but, you know, it's just not, it's certainly not now Woman of the Year stuff.
Right.
It's not Gloria Steinem blessed.
Yeah, right.
But, you know, I mean, sex is complicated, you know. I mean, people like to submit sometimes. Look what I'm talking.
Maybe we need to go back to Baptists, okay? Go back to the roots of America, Christian nation. You know, you don't have to believe in all the tenets of Christianity to receive the benefits of a Christian nation. And we've been seeing a takeover and a diminishing of our culture in favor for a culture who is quite vocal about hating us. So, put us in the corner. I dare you. I wouldn't want to put a Christian in the corner. Okay, they start believing that they're receiving. They got some of that faith. Okay? They believe in the things unseen. And they believe that if God for them, who can be against them? Okay, so they got no fear. So I want to put Christians in the corner, because they'll get you. Okay, they'll assemble and have the Holy Ghost help taking their land back, their nation. It's happened before, and it will happen again.
Hey, it's Pride Month.
Yeah, it is Pride Month. That's
What
right.
do you do for Pride Month?
I just swish around the house.
So you.
Although Spacey, if Spacey played like cliche gay, that could be kind of funny. Him, Jeremy Piven, in a buddy comedy. And that's all the help you're getting, Spacey. Okay, I'm not going to be helping you. You got all these accusations, and they all died. Okay. But it could be kind of fun if you did cliche gay with Jeremy Piven. You guys worked at a department store, clothing store, that was feeling the pressures of postmodern America, consumers, where they buy things online. You had to figure out a way to get them in the door.
Have you ever been the float, the leader of
the queen of the float? Is that what you're saying? What are you talking about? Hang on a second.
Yeah, the parade.
Is that the float queen?
Well, in a parade, they have like a king of the parade.
They have not made me.
I did it once.
They have not made me. You were the king of the gay parade, really?
The New Orleans. No.
Oh, no gays in New Orleans. Is that what you're saying?
No. It was the Mardi Gras.
Oh,
I was
I'm always depending on the kindness of strangers. Yes.
So those plays hold up, don't they?
Of course.
Like Streetcar and.
Of course they do.
Yeah, I mean, you say of course, but like I do from time to time go back and watch like something, or somebody will recommend an old movie, and the really great ones do. The Apartment, I think, does, although there are parts of it that, I mean, everything is going to look weird 50, 70 years hence.
The Apartment,
I mean, look at
weird
Spacey.
To you?
The way Fred McMurray acts.
Yeah, he's a heel.
Exactly. But it's just not the way you'd play a heel today. It's of the era.
Oh,
it's
really?
It's okay.
I think he's very familiar today, actually.
In general, but
so
not
drunk.
like in the specific choices and things that make it dated, which is okay. We understand it's happening in 1950.
That's
fine.
It's like, here, honey, and gives her $20. It's like, okay, what is this, for parking? No, this is for sex. It's 1950.
That's right.
60.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
I mean, shit like that.
Sure, that's fine.
It's fine.
I'm just saying the movies as a whole stand up.
I'm not arguing with you.
No, you are arguing with me. What are you talking about?
I'm saying that one stands up, but there are things in it that are dated.
Sure.
That's okay.
But that's fine.
Why are we arguing?
I'm not arguing.
What are we, married?
You hurt his feelings.
Jesus Christ. We're not.
There's things that you did last week in this that are dated already.
I guess so, but like, let's argue what we don't. We agree on this.
Okay.
But some stuff does not.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. Okay.
But also some
Sunset
stuff.
Boulevard does.
Absolutely.
Hugely.
Absolutely.
The
Some Like It
dialogue-
Hot does.
Yeah. Yes, it does. It does.
Even though you don't like guys in dresses.
Well.
Oh, really? That sounds like a little gay to me.
He's trying to find
We're
it.
back to a little gay.
See, this is his method.
Well, certainly the
Spacey's
Romans
method.
did not, or the Greeks, treat homosexuality as a distinctive thing the way we do. I mean, Mark Antony had many lovers. Some were boys.
Hey, I'm Greek and I don't think that shit. No, I really gotta stop saying shit. It's just so good. Why hast thou say? I just go with the culture. But hey, man, us Greeks, we don't like you be talking like you're one of us. Okay, quit speaking for us, Bill Maher. You couldn't be further from Greek. Do not speak on the Greeks' behalf.
Some were women, and it was more who's cute.
Sure.
That was,
And there was a sheep as well. You may not be aware of.
Well, maybe there
The
was
famous Plato sheep.
But and you think of it, Rome as and it was a very macho society. I mean, I took Latin in college at Cornell. And it is not a...
Did that usually get you laid when you said that at a bar? I took Latin.
Yeah, I took it, and I didn't do anything with it. I mean, for like a semester. Sure. But I do remember that, like, unlike the Romance languages, Italian, certainly English, and even German, for fuck's sake.
Don't forget Spanish. Yeah. Me llamo Clipvirgin. ¿Cómo te llamas? Necesito subs. Porque mucho dinero. It's a beautiful language, folks. That is a love language if I've ever heard one. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Just rolls off the tongue. Like lipstick off of a fresh kiss. It's so romantic.
Was just like there's no floweriness in it. Every sentence is like, citizen, move that rock on the road. It's all very practical. And
oh my God,
they're builders, That's what they did. They were builders, conquerors. They didn't fuck around when they conquered you.
Sure.
I mean, it was not a gay society, by our standards. And yet that was just a thing. And that just shows that what we think of as what our culture is, well, it's not completely inevitable.
Yeah, and don't let Christopher Nolan tell us what our culture is, okay? Trying to rob us of... Look at Spacey like, well...
What is not completely inevitable?
How a society looks at homosexuality.
I got it.
You can either look at it as we do, as like a distinctive thing, or like the Romans, like we don't, what do you mean gay?
Right. They didn't label it.
Yeah, I mean, they crossed over like just much more fluidly. And I mean, what? I don't know how I was...
It's just you using the term fluid is at this particular time in our history is amusing.
You're right. You got me there. But
wrap it up.
Damn. Damn these clove cigarettes. They just make you forget. Well, what's next for Kevin Spacey? What?
Well, I'm doing concerts, as I mentioned. We've got a bunch of concerts that we're doing this year. We got one in Rome that I'm very excited about.
And you're a pianist. What? No?
Everything's gay.
No? You're not a pianist?
I've been accused of being a pianist, but actually, I'm a singer.
I know that.
So I have a piano player.
Oh,
and
I thought you played piano too.
Well, I can play a little bit, but I'm not a piano player. So I do the American Songbook. I do about 16 numbers.
Wow.
An hour and a half show in which I tell a lot of stories as well.
What are some of the numbers? I bet I'd like this.
Oh, Fly Me to the Moon, and
I mean,
all the Sinatra stuff, that you love and I love. And
I was going to say early on too, he definitely has a Sinatra kind of vibe. Yeah. The old Hollywood. You're done. Okay? We're done with that old shit. The glamour's gone. We want to see the grit. Okay? Enough of the glamour. We're here for the grit. I came up with that.
But I also do some surprising things. A great gospel version of Bridge Over Troubled Water, and some things that people don't expect.
Bridge Over Troubled Water?
Yeah. Wow. Anyway, I'm also starting a new film. I'm doing a little shoot in Italy about the Holocaust, which is a really...
Comedy?
Which is a very complicated story, but one I'm very excited to be doing.
The Day the Clown Cried.
Yes, there you go. And so, yeah.
Like, we need another Holocaust movie. We need another Holocaust movie like we need another Supergirl movie. Okay. You've explored every angle. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of work coming up, and I couldn't be happier to be going to work.
There are other events that have happened in the world.
Well, I hope if you put in all this work, we get to see this stuff.
Absolutely.
You think we will?
I do think we will.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I absolutely do think we will.
Now, if Bill has something to say about it.
Of course, I have to leave the final verdict to the people.
Yes.
But, you know, I think I was a fair interlocutor.
I'm sorry?
I think I was a fair interlocutor.
And are you sure you're pronouncing that correctly?
No, I am not.
just making sure. Interlocutor?
Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah. He's gonna be stewing. Look at that. He will stew over this interview for a long time. Just take a look. Man, Rafe, I'm glad we waited, because we would have missed this. Okay. You know, he's a little snarky. He jabs back if he feels wronged. And so he's going, oh, really? And he's thinking, all right, Evan, what do we do about Bill Maher? He's another thing a little kitchen fire we need to extinguish. Ooh, man. Don't be on Kevin Spacey's bad side, folks. Don't be on his bad side.
Just making sure. Interlocutor?
Hey, lady, hang.
And
we'll
and
end
you
with
go
that.
home now? You just...
You can go home now? You done now? You done mocking me? Oh, my God. Bro. You done. Man, you could have had it all, but you want to put that last word in, didn't you?
I am not.
just making sure. Interlocutor?
Hey, lady, hang.
And you'll go home now? You just...
I'm actually in California.
No, he's like,
for
go home.
just a few days.
Oh, you don't live here anymore?
I don't live here anymore, but I haven't lived here for a long time. But the reason I'm very happy about A, being here, and B, that I've come to California, is that tomorrow I get the chance to do something I love doing more than I can express, which is to go see Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, you're going to see Dick Van Dyke?
Going to see Dick in the afternoon, who's become a great friend and an amazing man.
Can I make
100 years old now?
Can I make one suggestion?
Yes, please.
Do it in the morning. No, I'm kidding. I'm just saying.
Jesus. But then after I see Dick, who's 100,
It's a terrible joke.
I'm going to see my drama teacher from Chatsworth High School, who's Mr. Corelli. I still call him Mr. Corelli, and he's 96 years old. And I saw him a year and a half ago, so when I come to town, I try to go visit.
What do you think the secret is to making it that long?
Well, in both their cases, they love life. I mean, Dick Van Dyke gets up every day and he embraces life and he makes jokes and he makes inappropriate jokes and he's funny as hell and he loves to sing. In fact, what he loves, what I love doing with him, he loves for me to come over and interview him as Johnny Carson. So we do a Tonight Show together and then we sing together.
A little bit late,
and then he
folks.
takes
Sorry
me
about
out and a couple of things he insists on doing. He wants to take me to the gym he goes to 3 times a week. So we go see the gym he's at. And we take a walk along the Malibu Pier and just being with Dick Van Dyke, well, people are stopping him and saying the most beautiful things to him. And then we go and buy carrots and we throw carrots at the horses.
I don't think you should go to the gym.
Yeah.
He goes to the gym 3 times.
I was just going to say, what are you doing at the gym for, man? Really? What are you doing? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm like. Wait, the gym? You going so you can be in the locker room?
A week.
I know, but tell him he should work out at home.
Why?
I'm just saying, at 100...
Just because you don't want to go out in the world, Dick Van Dyke loves going to his gym.
I'm just trying to help.
What? He's in great shape.
Okay.
What's that cough?
I'm just trying to help.
What? He's in good...
Wow. Listen to that cough.
Out in the world, Dick Van Dyke loves going to his gym.
I'm just trying to help.
What? He's in great shape.
Oh my God. There's a demon about to come out of Kevin Spacey here. How dare you speak of Dick Van Dyke? Is that what he's talking about? It's the only Dick I know.
I'm just saying, at 100...
Just because you don't want to go out in the world, Dick Van Dyke loves going to his gym.
I'm just trying to help him.
He's in great shape.
Okay, a 100-year-old immune system, I wouldn't just purposely put it in a place that's known to have a lot of fucking germs. I mean, there's just a lot of grody people sweating
germs
on equipment. And
he doesn't use the sauna. He just does the equipment.
You're in the sauna.
I'm in the sauna.
That's the worst part.
Dropping my towel. Exactly.
No. I hope you're not mad at me for making jokes, but
not in the
I feel
least,
like it was part of your...
Not in the least.
It's part of your penance.
Yes, sure.
I
accept.
And it's the
he's gonna touch the
verdict
foot.
is for the people, but
He's gonna touch
it must be said that a lot of penance has been paid. Like there was a lot. I'm sure there's just been a lot of
wake up, Bill Maher.
Bad days and bad nights.
But with penance comes also enormous. I'm enormously grateful. And I've got Evan Lowenstein in my life, who is
the penance, gratitude. That oh, now I'm so grateful. I got so much to show. No, we don't. No, you don't. We don't want to see it. Okay. You let yourself go. So go.
The most curious man I've ever known. And the guy who, by the way, he spends so much time challenging opinions and challenging ideas. And he challenges me all the time more than anyone. And I'm enormously grateful to have him in my life.
You never met me.
You're in love with this guy. Can't you see
I love him. Without question, I love him.
Oh. But not hitting each other
not in that way. Yeah, not in the other way.
Why? Not cute enough? Or I mean, what's your criteria?
We just have a friendship that's gone on for 26 years.
Do you have a steady boyfriend?
I don't have a steady boyfriend, but I'm in the market.
Do you want one, Bill Maher?
Well, don't look at me.
I wasn't looking at you. Well, I was answering your question.
You plainly were. Now get out of here.
Wow.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure.
Stand up.
Indeed, a pleasure.
Fun.
Thank you so
for
much.
doing this.
Absolutely.
Oh, and we got the shape. I actually skipped through it.
Buddy.
Oh my God. Oh,
America.
Okay, once I get my bitrate fixed, we will watch. What's going on here? Oh my God. Sorry, folks. I got music playing in the background. I don't know if you could hear that. Wow. Let's see if I can find a way to turn that off. Oh my God. Wow. Let's get back where we were. Oh man.
While you're remodeling your backyard,
that's why you don't put the buttons close to
make it more,
close
zen.
Together. Man, I just wanted one last shot of the Kevin Spacey here. We got a stand-up shot of Kevin Spacey. Full frontal.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure.
Okay, we got a full frontal Spacey here. Tubby. He is tubby.
Indeed, a pleasure.
Fun.
Thank you so much
for doing this.
And there's the tide. Look at that. Look how much extra weight you're carrying. Okay. Bill Maher's not. So, with all this inward journey that you've been in, Bill Maher, Kevin Spacey, maybe you should smoke a little bit of the devil's lettuce so you can actually take a real good look at yourself. Because it really seems like you've just been drowning all the voices out of your head with alcohol. And why don't you smoke a little bit of the weed, and then you'll see just how much you're just gorging. Okay. Bill Maher is look at it, he's in shape. So get your shit together, Spacey. But there you are, folks. A little bit of Spacey, a little bit of Bill Maher. Seems like the summertime, my Wi-Fi and my internet, is going crazy. Bit rate. So I gotta figure out this bit rate thing. Might be changing things up a little bit. Maybe do something a little different in the summertime. But when it's warmer out, the computer gets a little warm. But thank you for hanging out. We will